Welcome to the Bubba Army YouTube channel.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Kyle, you're so stupid. What are we talking? We didn't have a conversation.
That's the good thing about pills is, you can almost say maybe something really did
blame it on Ambien.
Dad, I woke you up in the middle of the night and I told you about I killed a guy. You did?
No, I'm not.
You told me we're going to do this and this and this and this, so I'm ready to do it. We did?
So here's what would happen is you would tell him, Tyler, leave now, get a head start, and then when I get up in the morning, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, and then you wake up like nothing happened. You forget to do all of it.
I forgot that I even talked to him.
Wow. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge
Broadcast
show.
rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Oh, Lummy, you have no idea. I can't get on the air fast enough to just annihilate you.
Breaker 19, this is the Bubba Show.
Jesus, what?
Whoa.
What?
Well, I thought we were doing CB sound and effects.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
no. Okay, hold on. Now I'm dancing with you, kid. You're right.
Right.
Hold on. I was just trying to set up everybody's mics and all the heat that's coming up. Lummy, do you have any idea how much goddamn heat you're going to get here momentarily?
I guess so.
Don't act like you don't know there's a problem.
Well, I know there's a problem.
That'd be like if Dan was in surgery and the girl dropped the scalpel on the floor and picked it back up and gave it to him.
He's putting on his emotional helmet right now, ready for battle.
Dan, like if some bitch dropped the knife and it hit the floor and then gave it back to you, would you just, like, would your eyeballs pop out? You'd be so mad.
I'd throw it at her.
And by the way, Lummy, I was in such a good mood because I thought, man, this intro music.
I know, it's
my
really good.
God, I don't know whose this is.
This is the best one yet.
I'm just like, oh, goddamn, I'm just grooving. And then I hear, previously on.
Previously on the Bubba One show. Man, don't
You buffoon.
Well, technically, it's not on me. I did my best to try to fix the problem I was given, but
Hold on. Does this need to be do we need to throw some Jesus heat in here?
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I'm not about just trying to, like,
I mean, I'm not going to get buried. I did my best to fix it.
Shut up. I want to get to the bottom of this. So you're saying that this isn't your problem. This is because I know you two brain surgeons are the ones that are in charge of the previously on. I don't know who does what, but the previously on is kind of a collective effort between you two, is it not?
Yes.
Okay. So let's investigate this, okay? So, Lummy, what happened, buddy? You tell me your side of the story. What happened? Should we potentially play it again so we can hear everybody?
Oh, let's hear the brilliance.
Maybe perhaps I'm just being a little too,
Maybe your headphones weren't plugged in all the way.
Yeah, maybe that, and maybe I just need to not take the quality of our sound that seriously. Right? Be like, Dan, you're stitching. If you just kind of stitched him up. But if you took your time and your precision like you do, like the true artist, and your stitch looks beautiful, or do you just want to zigzag applesauce cross?
Oh, yeah, when Lummy comes to the ER, that's you get, the zigzag apple
Lummy,
cross.
this isn't the ER. We're not some resident doctor. We're goddamn, 35-year veterans, my friend. And you got to, but anyway, hold on. Maybe perhaps this isn't as bad as I think it is. As I heard it real time, I was flipping out because of the quality of the broadcast. Like, obviously they had a setting wrong or they did something wrong when they recorded it in. And here's what I'm most mad about. If it's as bad as I remember, which I'm going to play here momentarily, how did it get by the standards and practices we check our work deal, right? Did you hear it? You go, oh, that's okay, no big deal. Bubba's not going to even catch it.
No, I mean...
Best of. Hold on, let's just listen to it. We'll break this down momentarily.
Previously
That sounds good.
on the Bubba the Love Sponge
Yeah, 'cause that's the same one they use every time.
I know.
That's just a cut and paste Willie right there. Hold on.
show.
Kyle, you're so stupid. What are we talking? We didn't have a conversation.
That's the good thing
last night.
about pills is, you can almost say maybe something.
Sounds like we're underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Yeah, blame it on
in the
Ambien.
bathroom.
Dad, I woke you up in the middle of the night and I told you about it. I killed a guy. You did?
First of all, it's about 20 dB. It just doesn't sound right. Dan, I mean, what do you? I'm just
Sounds distorted.
I'm confused though because I don't understand this technically. Like, what causes that? Did it come off of something badly, or was it processed badly?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
You can ask Blitz. What would cause that? Them not recording it at the right bit rate?
So I know they had issues recording the show Friday, but I also record it and can get them the audio version at any time. The only time I was asked for that was like late last night, which I wasn't home.
Oh.
So you didn't respond?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
You told me we were going to do this?
So late last night,
I mean, it wasn't super late, but
late last night, they're figuring out. They had, one would think. Now,
but I still wasn't asked for the audio, really, though. Like, it wasn't like, hey, I'm doing previously, I have to have the audio.
Late last night, you shouldn't be putting the previously together for Monday. Late last night.
It wasn't late last night. It was like 5 o'clock. I was doing it on a Sunday because I was working on other stuff too.
Hey, you need to back it down a little
Well, no,
notch
because
here.
it's like I
I'm
didn't have
just
the
telling
audio
you.
on
I'm
Friday.
just telling you.
I brought up a point on Friday to Tyler and Blitz. I'm not going to sit here and just keep getting buried and watch everyone tell me how much I suck at
Nobody's burying
what
you.
I do. But on Friday,
nobody's burying you.
Well, yeah,
We're just
because
trying to get
I'm-
through it. We're just trying to get through it. Hold on, let's listen to the last 19 seconds. Shot, Lummy.
This and this and this and this. So I'm ready to do it. We did?
So here's what would happen is you would tell them, Tyler, leave now, get a head start, and then when I get up in the morning, I'm going to...
I can't even understand what I'm saying because I'm so enamored by how bad it sounds. I could be giving the winning Powerball numbers out right now, and I wouldn't be writing them down. I'm so mad about how it sounds.
Do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, and then you wake up like nothing happened. You forget to do all of it.
I forgot that I even talked to him.
Now, is that... Dan, did that not sound quality, like just absolute, like we're in Grand Rapids, Michigan quality?
Yeah, it was unintelligible.
So, Lummy, I got you, Jesus, and Blitz here. Let's wade through. You are the only three that know how this all went down. I mean, nobody else knows. So, I mean, can you walk me through it, Lummy? I just don't want you to sit there and take it and flip out. I want you to defend your honor, kid. Give me the trill truth.
well, I mean, I Friday there was a problem with the way that I was recorded. I was not told that there was a problem with the recording until people started asking me about the stuff on bar, that the volumes were really low. I messaged Jesus, asked him, if he could look at it or anything because I wasn't here, and he said he didn't really know what to do. I did not listen to my recording that he gave me.
Hold on. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Did you see Blitz Friday night for $199?
Yes.
Did you mention this to him at all?
Well, we did. We knew the audio on the BAR website was not right, but I didn't know the recording was
Which
bad.
it has been on the website before low, but mine has worked when I've gotten it on my USB.
Were we able to rectify the lowness of the BAR?
As of this second, yes, but as of then, no.
Because
I'm giving them the audio I record on Twitch, and that's how we're fixing it.
Hey Dan, can you help me out get through this?
I'm trying to understand.
I just
Who do we blame?
no,
it's not that. It's not. It's not a blame.
Did you say half that?
No, he said it's not that.
Oh, I thought you said F that.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's trying to understand technically how this went down. I still don't understand.
Yeah, so.
As a layman, I mean, obviously, I don't have the insight that you have, Bubba,
But
about
hold on,
all this.
I have a lot of insight.
I can't figure it out.
This is my business. I don't even know what they're talking about.
Well, here, so let me texted me last night at 6:30.
Last night.
Yeah, or yesterday afternoon, whatever. 6:30.
But hold on. Listen. I'm not mad at anybody. Okay, I'm not mad at anybody. No, he's in trouble.
No,
We're just
Nothing
talking.
like that. We're just talking. So don't let me make this ruin your day. Start crying when you go home like the way Anna does.
What?
I'm just trying to get through this.
Not today.
buddy.
Anna's all giggles today. She's all grins and
Yeah,
teeth.
it's not about her.
She's so happy.
Listen, mistakes happen. It's not a big deal. We'll get through it. More importantly, whatever type of fun and promos or whatever we cut today, it's all in fun. Let's just learn from this experience, okay? Nobody's
Look at
fired.
you.
Nobody's getting their ass whipped. You might get wiffle ball batted, but I'm just saying nothing's going to really happen, okay? So, but let's just try to get through it so we can determine what happened, why it happened, And if it happens again, we can have a better remedy. God damn, that was a good one, wasn't it?
You're getting old. You're getting mature, Bubba.
Let me. When the audio is that bad, tell me. Because what you basically said to me is,
hey, Blitz, audio not good.
What's it? I mean, he said a bunch of stuff, but although he said the levels, even for me trying to do previously, I had to raise them 90 dB or so, or I can see if Tyler can get them raised for me. But like, if the audio's bad, say, hey, look, the audio's bad, and I'll leave the party I was at and go get you. I'll make sure something happens. But just be clear and say, hey, look, I can't use this.
To me, it sounds like Blitz really doesn't have any energy or the ability to make any type of adjustments after Friday because he's just getting so much ass.
Well, actually, it was a kid's birthday party on Saturday.
On
Sunday.
Blitz is just always part of like 5, 6, 8, 10 pieces of ass that he can't, he can't fix anything during the weekend.
But if you tell me, hey, look, this audio is bad, I can't use it. Like, I'm leaving where I'm at, and I'll get it for you. Like, I'll have it handled.
I have a nipple in my eye. I can't move.
Yeah.
So Lummy, let me just you're just sitting there mad. Just stand up for yourself. So walk us through. So Friday, now don't be afraid to mention names. If I got Jesus's pot right on up here, don't think Jesus is not immune to redirection and or discipline, my friend. Okay, just because he's my kid. Although he didn't win.
I'm immune because I won.
I won, Daddy, Saturday. I was passing those guys, ripping it and ripping it. So anyway, Tyler's race from Saturday night is on our Facebook page. Please excuse some of my comments of how slow the track personnel is. It's just a little freaked out. Tyler's going to run out of gas. Anyway, Lummy. So Friday, does Jesus come to you? No. I know you two. Okay. Friday, you discover Friday, Lummy.
I was getting messages saying that the BAR download was very low.
Okay.
And I messaged Tyler.
Now, hold on. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I hardly work here. I don't know all the ins and outs, but I'm just thinking that if the replay on BAR is super low, that it was recorded potentially super low.
Correct. Well, see, the thing is that so the file.
Getting to the bottom. Dan, you with me here? We're getting to the bottom of this.
Getting there. We're getting closer.
This is what I didn't think that the files I had on my USB drive were bad because the replay that was playing over the app was fine. No one was complaining about that one, which is normally the files I get. It was just the download, which people have complained before that the download hasn't been. So I reached out to Tyler and said, hey, the people are saying the audio is almost unlistenable on the download. Is there any way that if you get a chance to maybe turn up, maybe like adjust it a little bit? And he said, oh, I had problems recording it, and it is what it is pretty much. Like he didn't really know what the problem was.
Whoa. Jesus, was that your response? I did the best I can. I did pack sand there, big boy?
No, I didn't tell him to pack sand, but yeah, there was a problem Friday recording the show.
Well, obviously.
And I didn't know that until he mentioned that it was bad on BAR, which I had no idea. I knew it was messed up, and I tried to get it as best as I could, but I didn't know there was an issue. But he did tell me there was a problem, so I went back Friday afternoon and came back and tried to fix it.
Tyler sounds like a robot, doesn't he? Jesus. Yeah, Johnny Monotone. Okay, come on, let's keep going.
And then Lummy did the best with what was given to him. I will give him that. No, I'm serious. Like, this was, I guess if you want to blame Muddy, blame me.
No, but hold on. If you could just let us know so that I don't have to discover it live on the air the first time that I know. If you came to me or you came to Blitz and you said, hey, guys, it's just been a cluster. It's just been screwed up since Friday, but the previously on is going to probably sound like crap because we're scrambling around, blah, blah, blah. Instead of us having to hear it for the first time as it happened, then Blitz can come to me and be like, hey, listen.
Right.
I'd be like, all right, we'll make a bit about it, whatever, But, we don't want, I'd like not to hear it for the first time, on the air.
Be surprised by it.
So if you two buffoons know that there's an issue, then please let us know beforehand so we don't look like, because I could have said, Blitz, please excuse our audience. Hey, listen, audience, please excuse, but the previously on is going to sound really bad. But we're sorry. We've made the adjustments. Now let it rip, cuzzo. Oh,
You know,
that's
you were
great.
in such a good mood this morning too, Bubba.
Yeah.
I mean, we walked in.
great
You're like, "Hey
weekend.
guys, how's everything going?
Had
How's
a
your
great-
weekend?"
But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not going to let this little bump in the road mess me up.
Good. Except for I hate hearing it is what it is. It makes me want to just like see red and kill
when
everyone.
an employee tells you it is what it is, it's just they might as well say, "I just raped your daughter." Like it's just like it's the worst thing to hear as an employer.
You're handling it well, Bubba.
It is what it is. No, it's not. It is what it is. If I don't know about it. Now, it is what it is if you've told me about it and we've determined that it is what it is. But don't you tell me it is what it is. We can collectively come up with an is what it is, but you're not going to tell me first it is what it is, bitches. Oh, sorry. Somebody being so HR correct now. Well, listen, you two guys, you did the very best you could with what you had.
There you go.
That's the official statement. Let's see moving forward that if we have these issues, we can try to remedy them, before last night at 5 o'clock.
Did you rehearse this with
Amen.
Tara? It sounds great.
What do you mean?
Because she's got such a, growth mindset, stays calm in tense situations sort of thing.
Right.
She's rubbing off on you. It's good.
Well, and I just usually, you're saying on the other end of the spectrum, I usually just lose my flip out and.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, man. You got nerves like Chuck Yeager. You only flip out when it's appropriate.
Well, thank you very much, Dan. That's why you got the strap there, kid.
I'm just keep feeding you good stuff.
Some brown on your nose, Dan.
So, Lummy, are you okay, buddy?
Yeah.
I mean, are we fixing to have a meltdown or anything?
No, I'm just disappointed in myself.
You should be.
Thank you.
And Tyler, you should be disappointed in yourself as well.
I am.
Okay.
But Lummy, thank you for.
So can you two brain
Trying.
surgeons try to just let us know before, we air something? If you have any notice at all that something's messed up, just give us a little courtesy tap. Just don't, see in our M.
Yes.
Don't CNRM. Give us a courtesy tap, please.
Okay.
You gotta let us know first.
Yeah, I mean, girls, really, you have to give them a courtesy tap.
Well, you don't have to.
Well,
M.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
see it. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, you do got it, don't you?
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
Thought
hold
it was
on.
in the F.
You got it, but you really don't have it. I mean, that's not
I mean,
something
I
you
understood
probably have
it.
done
That's
much.
what I meant.
You're probably not a C in the M girl.
Yeah, no.
Some
not
girls-
regular.
hey,
or
some-
not ever, yeah.
Dan goes, of course not.
Come on.
Because only cool chicks are C in the M girls.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite of that.
Yeah,
so.
like
Opposite.
that's a cool chick. Like when you get a girl
Yeah.
and she's cool and you like her and she's attractive, and then you can pick up an added value you can see in the M. Right?
Yeah.
That makes a cooler chick even like the best.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't know if I should go out with Rhonda or Cindy. They're both beautiful. They both are hot. But Cindy likes to see in the M.
Oh, Cindy, it is then.
Cindy, it is.
Yeah, until
Even if you don't see in the M, even if you don't, her having the great mindset that
Exactly.
it's okay, it just completely puts her over. She's going to be cool about getting the nachos
Yes.
instead of the $22 tartar. Let's get the $6 nachos. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm really on a roll right now. I got
Stop
employee.
blaming Lummy for all this stuff, man. Your audio always sucks.
Yeah, you
On
know what?
every platform, you always have it jacked up. Who records it wrong?
I don't know, but you know what? I think you made the statement of the day, buddy. Stop blaming Lummy. Your audio sucks across every platform you got because your equipment.
Bam!
Because your equipment's from 2005.
Well, we can remedy that. Send some money.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. See what you thought you were going to be a dick. We turned it around. You and I are dancing together, aren't we, buddy?
That's what's up.
There you go. That's what's up. So, Lum, buddy, you and Jesus, just, whatever. Just, you did your best. So we get one previous that sounds like crap. Who cares? Tyler also ran out of gas on Saturday where I had to go pick him up on the side of the road.
Oh, no.
And guess what? I was about as cool as dad as you could possibly be. Tyler, I mean, would you not agree? Would you not tell the fine people how? I know you probably thought I was going to be mad. Just go ahead and walk us through the chain of events as to what happened.
Well, we were coming home from the track, and I ran out of gas with 19 miles left on the dash. So I thought I could make it home.
And Tyler's just like his dad. We like to chance it. We like to get down to 2 or 3.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it said like you had 19 miles range and
Yeah.
it still ran out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I called Dad.
And now, mind you, this is 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But I just got home from the track a little bit before him, okay? We drove separate because I had to go up to the track. So He calls
Why,
me.
you think I'm like AAA or something?
No, but hold on. I'm literally in bed. Like I was an hour ahead of him, so I'm literally in bed. I'm in bed. And the phone rings.
Torture.
And my thank God, Tyler, my pills hadn't kicked in, because they're almost ready to kick in.
But you took them though.
Yeah.
You have to.
I mean, I already had my pills down my gullet.
Okay.
My pills were already starting to activate.
Yeah.
I had no business driving at all. I should have.
But you did.
But I did. My son's stranded and ran out of gas.
Yeah. Do anything for your kid?
Filled up or not.
So go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead and describe, my everything.
I called you and you were like, all right, where you at? And I told you and you were, okay, I'll be there in like 10 minutes. And you were so cool about it. I was really surprised.
I pulled up. I'm like, hey, buddy, road crews here. Let's get this thing running. That's what I said to him.
That's ball hang low, 1,050 bits.
Like,
Hoodie his 1,000 bits.
So Blitz, he comes out. I pull behind him with my truck. Got the 4-ways on.
Yep.
Got my gas, and I got 5 gallons of gas in a funnel. And
so you'd already had gas, so you knew what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And so I already had some gas. So Tyler gets out of his car. I get out of my truck. I go, hey, buddy, I'm road crew. Let's go. Let's get this thing going.
Nice.
He just looked at me.
He's like, what the hell?
I'm like,
he's bracing himself.
Yeah, I go, get back in the car, and I'm going to push it, because I had to push it closer to the guardrail, because he was way, like not cool.
Like almost in lane 3?
It was not. It was
not safe.
Blitz, it was right there. Well, I'm not even going to tell you where it was. It's the most treacherous part of 275.
Pretty much all of it.
Yeah. So we got in. I got a funnel, bland, put 4.5 gallons in it. I said, see if it'll start. Started. I said, I'll see you back at the crib.
Nice.
You sleep before you got home?
No, I did not go to sleep. Anyway, thanks, Tyler. No, I did not. I can fight it off. It's kind of a cool thing.
You're like a pro at this point?
Yeah, I'm a pro. I'm so mental that I had to fight off my pills. Listen, don't work for another 10 minutes. We're gonna start working.
Yeah, you're like a pill. You're like a pill ninja.
I'm a pill ninja. I can hold it. I can hold them off. I'll be like, just come on, let me get on home before I start hallucinating, please.
There's nothing worse though than being in a situation where you should be asleep and you're awake.
Oh yeah.
And things just don't seem real.
So anyway, Lummy, listen. I know the previously on sucked. If maybe you and Blitz and Tyler can have a little meeting, like this is how we're recording things, or we might need a new sound card or something. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I knew everything.
I'm just saying, Blitz. We need to. Maybe it's our antiquated equipment, and we need to.
And part of it is, I'm gonna buy all new stuff.
So there you go, Blitz. You know what? Blitz just tells me what I want to hear.
Well, I am. That's what we need. So.
I'm gonna buy all new stuff. So what else is there to say? I can't keep just dragging it on.
Yeah.
So anyway, Lummy. No, hey, listen.
We got a couple dollars in the PayPal, so I'm gonna use that, and we're gonna. That's what we need to do.
Willies.
Yeah.
So Jesus and Lummy, I'm not mad at either of you. Let's just, before something sucks on the air, and if you know it's going to suck, just give me the heads up on suckness, if you could, please.
I will from now on.
Thank you, Jesus.
Got it.
Thank you. I mean, it takes the sting of the sucking out when somebody tells you, hey, like Dan, let's say you're going to walk into a room 3. Well, your nurse already has been in room 3, knows that the woman's a complete impossible woman. Like, Dan, you probably get some consumers that are just impossible.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
She wants a boob lift, and they're already hanging down to her knees.
Or they're like the most recent was, and Dan, I'm not mentioning anybody's name or anything, but here's a typical issue that Dan gets into sometimes. It'll be possibly an insurance situation, right, Dan? Mm-hmm. And their insurance didn't cover it, or they're going to ask their insurance company to reimburse them because they're not happy with your work because it's a $1 zillion off on the deal. Just whatever, don't you? So I know that I've been there before, and you were like, man, the woman in room 4 is absolutely testing every bit of patience I have.
I got another email from that lady. So she had elective surgery, and she's trying to push it through her insurance company, and she wants me to code it to make it palatable for the insurance to cover it, which is, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to soften the or
you're not going to misrepresent what you did.
What I did, exactly.
Right.
And so we're like fighting over it.
So hold on. But
it's stupid. I mean, it was never going to get covered. It's not going to.
But what I'm saying is this. The first time you met this woman, when you were walking to room 4, who's Plant City? My girl, Plant City.
Oh, Katie.
If Katie had already been in there and know the way of the land, what's going on, because she knows this woman's going to be a problem. As you're walking there, Katie takes you aside and go, listen, this is a real bitch. Like, Jesus, oh my. Doesn't that help going in that room knowing that you already got a firecracker?
100%.
Just to get blindsided?
Oh, I don't like getting, when people like lay in wait for you, and as soon as you walk in, you just get bamboozled hard slammed.
Dan, does that ever really happen? Like somebody will walk in and they'll just start lighting you up?
Yeah, it does happen. It happens like a couple times a year.
Really?
Sometimes it doesn't go well for the patient. I've cut promos back.
And can you cut them? Can you screw
up to
you,
a
bitch?
point? Yeah, I mean, I can't
I'm
say
not gonna
like
treat
screw
you
you,
no more.
bitch. I'm gonna just say, listen, that's it. I'm done. I'll send you your chart, and I am no longer your physician.
Dan, can you do that?
Yep,
You
I've
can
done.
quit?
I did it like 3 or 4 weeks ago on someone.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you say to him? Hey, listen, here's your chart, and I'm no longer your doctor.
Yep, I give him a copy of it on the way
Quit
out,
you.
and a signed letter that says you're done.
I quit you.
I quit you.
So Lummy, speaking of which, okay, so we're through the
best of.
We're through the previous layout.
Yes.
We're that's yeah. We're not even gonna talk about it. It was a mess up. No big deal. Okay, buddy. How was your weekend? Otherwise, I figured we go through each other's weekends a little bit. First hour of the show to try to get through it. Sometimes that's some great stuff. A lot of things to talk about today, but figured we'd. Well, obviously the previously sounding like crap was a little bit of a curveball. I wasn't prepared for that. But that being said, what did you do this weekend?
Just watched Walker watch football. I think I had food poisoning, and that's about good.
I watched a 3-week-old watch football.
Yeah.
So you don't watch the game; you just watch the kid watching a game.
Yeah, we had Nikki time watching the games.
Was he breaking down the plays?
Yeah, we were breaking it down.
You have naked. So you're naked. He's naked.
Oh, no, I'm not naked. He's naked.
Why not?
Oh,
no, I'm not naked because we're outside and.
Oh, so he's naked outside?
Yeah, he likes it because of the weather. It feels good. You put like a little pad
Does he got like
and...
one of those little Nirvana kid wieners, like one of those kind of deals?
Yeah,
they all do at this age.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't even have a diaper on?
That's how I call it. It's the Nirvana kid wiener.
Right?
Taking a gamble there.
Well, no, I've been peed on like 6 times now over the weekend.
Yeah, because naked time ends that way every
getting
time.
peed on by your kid's not a big deal. Like that's not even it's not even a whatever. It's my kid. He peed on me.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I've had.
We've all been peed. I mean, Dan has never changed a diaper in his life, but for everybody else who has, we've been peed on, we've been pooped on, we've been thrown up on.
They still use safety pins on the diapers?
No, shut up, Dan. You're stupid.
After the stork delivers the baby.
But back in the day, man, they had to, your diapers were cloth.
Yeah,
Oh,
you wash them.
My mom did that. We had cloth diapers as kids.
And your diapers were cloth, and your mom was always had about 10 or 15 diapers in the laundry, and then usually on the clothesline.
Yeah.
Because we had did any of you have clotheslines?
Yes.
Yeah, we all had clothes. I don't even know that people do clotheslines anymore.
We do in Jersey because you get off the beach and everything's wet, so you're always having to hang dry stuff like towels and bathing suits.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
But
really
like
count.
up north, man.
They did up north.
Up north in Warsaw, Indiana, everybody had a clothesline.
Because it was expensive to run a dryer or buy one.
So your dad would go out with his buddies one Saturday, and they go get a bag of concrete, and you could go down at Sears and buy the clothesline forms, the 2 things.
Yeah.
And
well, you either had the 2 poles or you had that one like umbrella looking thing.
Yeah, we had the 2 poles.
What's an umbrella looking thing?
I know what you're talking about. It has like lots of strings on it.
Yeah, it looks like a spider web on a
Never seen that.
We had bonafide clotheslines that were like 25 feet long.
Yeah, they look like power lines.
And your dad would then have his buddies come over and they get some beer, and I don't even think they had weed back then. They just got beer. No, they didn't.
Yeah, no, weed was just created recently.
They had weed, but like
it was like reefer madness.
But weed was like for the hippies and stuff, not for the dads. Like the dads
like it is now.
Yeah,
now it's just for everyone.
Yeah. So my dad would have a couple of his buddies come over. One would bring a post hole digger. My dad went down to Sears or wherever the metal place and bought the 2 poles, 2 clothesline poles, and then they would dig a hole, and then they would be drinking beers, and they would put the cement in the hole and and they wouldn't even really level it up, but just be like eyed up because it's just a clothesline.
Yeah, like the basketball net.
Basketball net is perfect now.
Yes, it's 100%.
So
great.
then Blitz though. Then they had to let it dry for like 3 or 4 days because then they'd have to come over and string it and put these strings in there. And you want to get your ass whipped? Start playing in your mom's clothesline strings because you'd loosen them. See,
They get a little sag.
Yeah, and then my dad would say, "Who was playing on?" Of course, you get your ass whipped because he had to go back out there with a screwdriver and tighten them all up, and he hated that. But your mom would do the laundry in a washing machine, and then she would take the clothes and put them in a clothes basket, walk outside, and then put them on this this clothesline. It was usually about 4 or 5 rows of it.
So, Bubba, and this is not a funny question. What would you do when it was really cold out? How does that work?
You couldn't do it. You have to actually you'd actually have to use your dryer.
Oh, so she would have a dryer. She'd just choose not to use it in the summer?
Oh, because Doug Clem's the dryer. I mean, it'd be an extra $20 a month if you use the dryer. Why are we going to use the dryer when you can just hang them on the clothesline? And plus, Doug Clem said he liked the way it felt on the clothesline better too. Because your clothes kind of dry, like a little kind of stiff.
Yeah, they do stiff.
It's awful.
By the wind. I got to think, though, clothes drying is probably better for your clothes.
It is. It's not supposed to shrink a certain material, too.
No, but I got to think, having it dry naturally is probably better for the material than having it.
Less abrasive, but
something
feels
like
like
that.
crap on your skin.
But I don't even know if they have clotheslines here in Florida. I don't even know if they have clotheslines in the world.
I just want to know how to use a dryer sheet on a clothesline.
Yeah.
Man, that's the best part.
Or when the clothes would be dry, then us kids would be running through the clothes, like trying
Playing
to play hide
around,
and
they'd
seek.
fall down in the
And
mud.
then 3 of your mom's, brand new tops or something would fall down on the ground.
Yep.
And we'd we'd just naturally step on it. 'cause
She
it
ever
was in the middle.
she ever put her bra out there, too?
Oh, yeah, my mom would have her bra and her panties out there.
Like a sail?
But but more importantly, all the pregnant mamas would have all the diapers out there. There'd be like literally 3 rows of diapers, just straight diapers. And back then, they had to bleach them by hand in order to get the bacon stains off of them, Because you wouldn't want your kid, be bacon. Like the rest of the moms would think you were a really bad mom if your little diapers had bacon stains on them. They'd be like, "Did you see Jane's? She can't wash them good enough, and Bubba's got bacon stains all over his diapers. He's always had bacon stains on his diapers." And then didn't back in the day they didn't even have washing machines that were like you had to crank them, didn't you, by hand or something like that?
Or a washboard.
Or do a and what was a washboard? You'd put it in a bucket and then you'd put a little soap on it. Then
before then you'd go down to the creek.
Down to the creek.
Yeah.
Wash it on a rock.
Yep.
The hell?
Give you something to rub it against.
When did civilization start wearing clothes, Dan? You're the
early on. That's really one of the things that separated us from animals back in the original days. 2 things I think separated us from animals: language and clothing. Early animals had tools. We had tools. I don't think that was a big deal. Fire was a big deal.
Who invented fire? Man,
I think it was independently probably discovered by different populations.
And do you
of
think the
humans.
guy that invented fire got burnt the first time?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, think about it. Guys, unga bunga, he rubs 2 sticks together, whatever, there's a fire.
Touches it.
Or, there's a lightning strike,
yeah,
naturally started a fire. And, if you've never seen it before, you'd walk right up to it and try to, kind of get a gander at it, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Little Wilbur's afterbirth, 1,000 bits.
Little Wilbur's afterbirth. So I bet the first guy invented fire, I mean, although it was cool, he probably got his ass burned off, did he not?
Yeah, harnessing it was better than just inventing it.
Yeah, you mean like knowing how to
how to deal with it, and
how to use it,
cook with it, how not to hurt yourself with it.
Revolutionized our diet, breaking things down before consuming them.
So before that, we'd eat a raw piece of meat.
Yeah, our gut evolved because of that.
Oh, mine's evolved nicely.
Okay.
Yeah, you look good, Bubba.
Thank you very much.
Mine evolved because of the microwave.
Yeah. Oh man, was anybody around when the first microwave came out?
The radar range.
It was like the size of a washing machine.
We had one.
So did we.
What the hell?
Really?
Yeah, we had one of the first ones in the neighborhood.
We didn't have one of the first ones. We had them though. We had one fairly early on. I think I can remember, probably 1979. That was when we got our first.
It was right around 1979, 1980, because we started wrestling, and Mom had to make these little meals.
It was an accidental invention as well.
Wasn't it a guy that worked for NASA? Or no, wasn't a guy that worked for the atom bomb, the Manhattan Project?
Well, they were doing, I believe, doing radar stuff. And he had a chocolate bar in his pocket, and he was messing around with a bunch of radar stuff. And he noticed, when he walked by this one radar, it kept melting the chocolate instantly.
Right. And I don't know if that was part of the Manhattan Project or it was part of
it was military stuff, but I don't.
Yeah, how the microwave was invented.
Yeah, and it was an accident. He's like, hey, we could cook stuff with this.
Remember the first VCRs? They were like the size of, a washing
the
machine.
top loads.
Yeah.
Remember the cabled remote?
Oh,
It
yeah.
would attach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember, though, in order to record something, you have to go into the menu and you have to, have it turn on at a certain time.
Yeah, kids these days don't know what the blinking 12 o'clock thing used to look like under your TV all the times.
No. Did you guys ever remember? Hold on. Did you remember when you would get the first time you got cable? It would be this big box that had a separate dial on it.
Oh yeah.
It was like a big brown box, and then
remember those channels that you could almost see but not quite see.
Yeah,
it kind of had some boobies on it.
Especially if you flipped back and forth.
Yeah, you go back and forth,
quick.
and sometimes you could get that little knob and try to in between it, just so you could see just 1 second of booby.
Yeah, we had that at Dad's, not at Mom's. So we were always messing with it.
And then there was a hacked box you could put between your cable box and your TV, and it would make those the channels clear.
Oh, I know. And we didn't. Can you imagine us guys if we would have had Pornhub and stuff like that? I mean, we had to go and get.
I don't know why kids these days go outside at all.
Yeah,
They don't. It's a problem.
Kids really don't go outside, do they?
Nah, man.
You wouldn't have either if you had Pornhub at that age.
Not only are they not going outside, they don't even want their driver's license.
Oh, that's I know.
That is the most shocking thing because independence was like the most valuable thing I had when I was 16 and had a license.
And that's
You could be by
that's
yourself.
just been fairly recent.
I had
like the last 10 years. Like people don't even want. Man,
There's so many 18, 19, 20-year-old kids are like, I'll get a license eventually.
I got
It's
Uber.
insane.
I mean, they got Uber.
Not just that; it's just they have ways to communicate and hang out without.
Hold on, even but when
person.
we were growing up, if we were growing up, can you imagine? We wanted our driver's license, of course, as fast as we can get them, but. Can you imagine if you had this phone and you could hit a button and this taxi would come pick you up and take you anywhere you want?
And you have to pay cash.
You thought you were George Jetson stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're like, hold on, you hit this button, all of a sudden a car comes up, picks you up, you tell them where you want to go, boom, and then they
You don't have to tell him.
And then
he knows.
Then they take the money right out of your bank account. You don't have to give them any money or nothing.
Priceless.
We would have never been like, no, man, that ain't gonna happen.
And then, I have a big chunk of my patients are Bubba Army, and you guys are so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting Bubba and all the other people that are associated with the show. You guys are so loyal and such good customers and such good people. Thank you.
Bubba 199 was so great this past Friday. Thank you so much to everybody that participated. And
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was driving home Saturday night. My son just won the feature. This is before I was instructed. This is before he got me out of bed because he ran out of gas. But that being said, and I was just reflecting. I was just, God, as much as we collectively, or just as a society, bitch about what's going on in your life, and this sucks, and that sucks, I got this and that. I was thinking, man, I'm so fortunate right now. I got my parents. They're still with me. My sister's probably the best sister you could have.
Oh, yeah.
My son, he's a stud. For the most part, except when it comes to recording bits into the system. But he's great. I'm doing better. The Bubba Army is as strong as it ever has been. Our business is doing good right now. A lot of people in radio and a lot of people in the content, creation / streaming business are down right now. COVID affected people's, ability to spend. And it's been a trickle-down deal where a lot of content people are way down. And we're still continuing to have 20 and 25% growth
incredible.
On our business.
Yeah, the guy that owns the building next door, I was with him Saturday at Amateur Works.
At the show?
Yeah. And so I talked to him for about 20 or 30 minutes about the same thing.
About how business is going down?
Yeah, but we're doing okay, and what he does is he's doing good, but for the most part, it's not.
Yeah.
It's weird because this economy has picked some winners and losers. And it's been such catastrophic devastation to so many businesses. It's amazing, but some of them have just purely flourished, and it's not fair because why does this guy do well and I don't do well when 2 years ago we had comparable businesses? And it's just one of those things where in this new world, as things change, you just have to be able to pivot and shift.
The other plus, because they're going to give us another six. They're supposed to be developing a sixth shot, so we got to be afraid of that as well.
Sixth wave coming to Japan.
So anyway, I just wanted to take a time. I got so many great people, from like Napa Mike coming up in here on Friday, and
he's awesome,
and he's such a great guy, and Tish. And Big Man 028, and I know that. Do I say it wrong every time?
Tease.
That
was Tease.
Can I just call her T?
Yeah.
T.
T.
Yeah, Napa Mike brought
teas,
some
ties,
steaks too.
Oh yeah, I mean just
He brought all kinds of
the
stuff.
Bubba Army is just so from Bubba Light to the Big Phildo to everybody in between. You know who I'm talking about. The people that really, really, really contribute to the show, our big whales, our big spenders, the BARP people, the people that'll be at the BARP party. Those are the people that keep to keep us going, and I'm so thankful for that. I was just thinking, like, it's just really rare. The monetization template we've created to be able to do, pay our bills and make a living and stay on the air at the end of the day. That's what, at the end of the day, it all comes down to. I couldn't stay on the air just if I had to rely on terrestrial radio. I couldn't stay on the air. I couldn't pay for my studios and my staff, and I couldn't.
Mm-mm.
But because of the Twitches and the podcasting and the YouTube and the Facebook and the OnlyFans, because of all of that, collectively, we're able to make a living. And we're so far ahead of the game from the average person in radio because they've not established any of that. They've not established any of it, and radio's like, shrinking. There's just, it's not even really a thing anymore. Doing, middays for a radio station in Tampa is not even a thing. Like, being on the radio is not even a thing.
No one even listens to the radio, and they let you know.
Yeah.
They're like, I never listen to the radio.
And I'm not saying that against, my fellow radio comrade, like as far, Shannon Burke, and that's a whole nother world. I'm just talking about these, music radio guys. I mean, it used to be when I was coming up, you could do, $65,000-$70,000 do an afternoon drive at 93.3 FLZ.
It's insane.
You could do middays. I think Dave Mann made about 40, 45. I did nights and I was making 200. For real.
And that was in the 90s.
Yeah.
But this is like, it's like being a newspaper reporter now.
Yeah.
Because the format is so antiquated.
You're right. That's a great analogy. Yeah. It's like being a regular radio guy, one market, one show, with no way to distribute it any other way.
It's like, hi, I do high school sports at Tampa Bay Times.
Oh, you mean like you're saying you're the guy that does the play-by-play at Jefferson Field over there on Friday?
Yeah, I have a 3-inch article every Saturday morning.
Honest to God, I have actually been stopped in the middle of the night in a 2-hour. The lanes are closed down because a cattle truck dumped over and there's cows in the road. That's actually happened to me one time.
We're at like 75?
On 75, me and Hogan and Brutus were coming back from a house show in Gainesville, and we were driving my Benz, my white Benz with the illegal sticker splits.
Illegal? No, now they're illegal.
Yeah, well, now, me and Hogan were hammered, and Brutus was supposedly the best. Hogan called him the best stick man. He's the best driver when you're messed up. So me and Hogan are in the back, and Brutus is in the front driving, and all of a sudden we're at a dead stop just south of Ocala. Dead stop.
Mm-hmm.
And we're, we got all kinds of stuff in the car. And we're like, and the cops are coming up to your car and telling you what's going on, right? So we're sitting there, we're like, man, we don't want the cops to, necessarily, look into our car. Maybe what he had our wieners or something out.
Sure, that's what it was.
So Hogan gets out. Now, Hogan at that time, I mean, he's still the most recognizable man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like so Hogan gets out and meets the cop at the front of the car and says, brother, what's going on? And the cop goes, of course, the cop marks out and everything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Hulk Hogan. And the cop goes, listen, we have a 2-hour delay here. And there's cattle up. There's a whole bunch of cattle that are running all over the roads. And so we have to block the roads off so we can catch these cattle so that big trucks don't hit,
Mm-hmm.
So
catastrophic hitting a cattle. I mean, it's bad enough to hit a 100-pound deer. You hit a 700-pound cow, it's devastation.
They knew how many cows. I think it was like 10 or 11 cows because the guy driving the truck knew how many he was hauling. And they were trying to catch him and have all 10 or 11 of them wrangled up before they let the interstate back open because, what if one was over on the side they didn't get, and all of a sudden he runs up and gets hit by a semi. It's horrible.
Right.
So Hogan goes, brother, we've got to get home, man. You understand, my kids, I got to take my kids to school tomorrow, brother. Now, it's like 1 a.m. And so the cop said, well, I'll tell you what. So the cop went, listen to this. We're like maybe, Blitz, 15th or 16th in line. You know, like there's 15 or 16 rows of cars ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
The cop went and got his car, turned the lights on, and just escorted us through the pile up.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And made everybody else sit there.
That's so cool.
Oh, yeah. And we were like going real slow, and there was these cows all around, and there'd been one that had been hit, and then the cattle truck was falling over, and there was a bunch of dead ones in there. So I mean, strange things happen on Florida highways. Will we not agree?
Yeah. Have to agree with that one.
Yeah. So hello, is this Wolfie?
This is.
Are we still up there? Have we haven't been fired yet? Have we?
You're still here.
You know that one? When I was up there first time, this one guy, I think John Craccioli's asked me not to ask his name, say his name, but he like fired me live on the air one time when I was on there.
Wolf, you're live on the air, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're live on the air, Wolfie. We do everything on the air.
Hey, F this, F that.
So what'd you say? Wolfie? What'd you say?
Nothing.
No.
He's making a joke about effing it.
Oh
yeah,
he's making
being live on the air.
Oh, okay. I'm a little bit behind, Wolfie. So, Wolfie, what do we got? What do we got planned for? Me and my guys are coming up there. Now, you're a legend in the market. I'm very familiar with your work, and I'm so glad that John Craccioli stole you away from Cumulus. Like that was a score. When they were talking about buying this market, they're like, "Hey, I think we got Wolfie," and I'm like, I know enough about the market that guy pretty much is like, the big slinging D. So we should be okay now that we got you, Wolfie. Just don't fire me, please.
Well, I'm not going to fire you. As long as you don't tell me to turn my pistol into my face again, we're good.
When did I do that?
Whoa, Bubba.
Wolfie, when did I do that?
Years ago when you were on this station before, and you were talking trash and telling me that there's a picture of me on the old website.
All right.
And I'm holding my 357 up, and you said you should turn that around and pull the trigger.
I did, for real.
You did for real,
Yeah,
man.
but you were competition at the time, though, weren't you?
I was.
Well, then, come on. Well, what do you expect me to do, Wolfie? when I'm on a pussy.
Hey, look, my feelings aren't hurt. I don't care.
Well, you know what, Wolfie? I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize. I didn't mean to tell you to shoot yourself in the face. I'm sorry about that, buddy.
No worries, man. You guys are coming up. We're going to have a good time.
No, see, Wolfie, I feel like you're still mad at me about that.
Yeah, I feel it
too. Wolfie, I feel like we haven't really been able to fix that, Wolfie. I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad at me.
Look, I've arranged a really good sushi dinner for Thursday night. I hope you enjoy it really, really well.
Hold on.
I wouldn't plan on anything for.
Oh, that means
blowfish.
That means he puts Visine all over my fish. I'm getting Thursday night. I'm gonna have the diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
No hard feelings, man. No hard feelings.
Well, Wolfie, I really do apologize. That's a little. That's even as shocking as that's a little much. That should probably not have said.
Yeah,
that.
let's be real. Bubba thought it was a 38. He didn't know it was 357.
Right, I know it was 357.
Well, I actually, in Bubba's defense, I do shoot 38s out of it during practice
of course.
Instead of wasting 357.
Well, you're a real man. You like guns and stuff like that. Listen, I was insecure at the moment. You were the head of the market. I'm just some stupid ass trying to get some attention. So you go after the big guy. You know how it goes. Come on.
No worries, man. Again, no worries whatsoever. We're going to have a good time. Harley-Davidson's excited. Emerald Coast Harley-Davidson's excited. They got their bike fest going on. You guys will be over there on Thursday, meeting clients on Friday. And then, like I said, we got a big dinner planned on Thursday night. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, man.
Now, Wolfie, is Shannon going to be live until 6? Because we might not get there till 4. And I don't want to be like Shane said we need to be there by 3:30. But is he going to be on the air till 6? Because if he is, I'm thinking we're not, if we get there at 4, we won't get in trouble or not. Listen, I've already told you to shoot yourself in the face. I don't want to get in all more trouble.
Look, man, I'm not that guy. That's why I left corporate America. Corporate America does that kind of stuff, not me.
All right, so I need to get a hold of Shane saying in 4, will 4 be okay? Well, Wolfie, hold on, Wolfie. You're the goddamn operations manager up there. It means, like me and Bo Reynolds have to answer to you, so you should be able to answer that question, Wolfie.
You need to be here.
Okay,
there.
But I'm just saying, I might
but
not
is 4
get,
okay? Is that the question?
Will 4 get
4
me?
is fine.
Okay.
It depends on where you're flying into, and this time of year, the traffic's not as bad as it would be if it were summertime, because it would take you an hour to get anywhere at any time.
Because of the bases.
But Wolfie, we think that we're actually getting in at 3:15. We're allowing 4 for travel, so I'm thinking we're actually probably landing about 3:15.
So, Bubba, wait a second. There's something else I think maybe adding some confusion here.
What?
That they are an hour earlier than us.
We know.
So, but we're saying 4 o'clock Eastern time.
No, we're an hour later than you guys. You guys
Right.
are an hour earlier than us.
Yeah, screws us even more, Dan. You're the smartest guy in the room screwing it up.
I was going to say, hold on, wait. I'm the college dropout here.
Yeah, and I told you to shoot yourself in the face. That's how smart I am.
No, I think Dr. Dan's saying like because they're at 8 o'clock right now, so.
So
Yeah, they're an hour earlier. Exactly. So our 4 o'clock is their 3 o'clock.
We might get Wolfie. We might be there on time, Wolfie. That's the end result.
Well, as long as you guys let all that China's going to blow us off the world, off the globe talk go away, man. Jeez.
I know. Listen, Wolfie, we're scrambling right now. We knew you were calling. We had to come have some time filler. Don't get mad at us. How's Bo Reynolds doing?
He's good. As a matter of fact, you know what? I came in and he's like, "What are you doing here so early?" And I'm like, "I got to be on Bubba's show." He goes, "Really? What time?"
Man, I love that guy. Don't be mean to him, Wolfie. Just because you're the big slinging D in the market, you can push Bo around like that.
I'm not. Listen, man, I'm not mean to him, but you need to come in and let him know what a badass he is, because he doesn't realize what a badass he is.
Bitch, I used to work with him at B96 in 1989. He was making 150 grand back then. He's such a badass. I love that guy.
He makes 150 grand now.
Oh yeah, who we kidding? We know who we work for. Come on, Wolfie. Sean, congratulate paying Shane 150, please. All right, hey, we'll be there on time, it looks like, Wolfie, and I'm so sorry for telling you what I said back in the day. It was under the competition, okay, buddy?
Totally get it, man. Not a big deal.
All right, hey, I'll see you.
Hey, careful Thursday night with the sushi.
I swear to God, I'm going to Burger King Thursday night.
I'm with you, Bubba.
Yeah, I don't trust Wolfie. Wolfie, let's get off. Let's not get off.
There's steak on that menu.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Blitz, go back to the bar, back to the back, the guy that are whipping it up, and maybe oversee him cooking.
Yeah, I've already eyed that menu down.
So Wolfie's not urinating in my potatoes. Wolfie, we love you, buddy, and we'll see you Thursday. And thank you for forgiving me.
Safe travels, fellas. We'll see you Thursday.
Thank you,
Thanks, Wolfie. See you.
Bye now.
Anna needs to come next time.
Yeah, Anna needs
maybe.
to come, but you might want to be careful what you wish for.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
She's a little. She's,
We'll assign her to you.
yeah, Wolfie. Great idea. You're in charge of her.
I'll behave.
Oh,
Hopefully.
Jesus, what have I done?
Yeah, good job,
Exactly.
Wolfie.
Bye, Wolf.
See you, Wolfie.
See you guys.
Wolfie's the OEM. I did not know that. I told him. I feel bad.
Wow. Stiff.
Not surprising, but yeah.
I told him to take the gun, and we don't need to rehash what I said.
Yeah.
Just glad the guy forgave me. That's all I am. And he's the boss man up there, Blitz, so we beat Gonsville.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Matt, the one guy fired me live on the air, remember?
I know.
Last time?
Yeah.
Last time we were there, we got fired. Matt Stone fired us live on the air.
How's he doing?
Literally, you can't get anything. There is a shortage of everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of everything.
From butt wipes to power
Yeah.
to power tools.
Still can't find your butt wipes?
No.
You still
I have some
can't.
disinfectant wipes here.
No, I bought a stock. I bought a
Are you
stash.
big on butt wipes?
Yeah,
It's the only
I'm
thing he
Captain Butt
uses.
Wipe. I don't. The toilet paper does not touch my BH.
He's Witch Hazel Willie.
Yep,
you
I am.
serious?
Oh, but Mom, I'm fresh and clean and
Well, I know.
and perfectly
I mean, and probably somewhat,
sanitized.
like a little hydrated back there too. It gives you a little moisture.
Yeah, I don't have
You
to
know,
bust out the
I don't think you
chapstick.
got a dried out butthole.
No, it's perfectly.
But having a dried out butthole wouldn't be a bad thing. That would mean it's super clean, right?
But it's
I don't
probably
want
uncomfortable.
I don't want a juicy one. I mean, I definitely want it to be like
But doesn't the
normal.
witch hazel put a little glaze on it, like a little moisturizer?
It's an astringent, so it sucks out the moisture and keeps it dry.
Oh. Do you ever recommend moisturizing your butthole?
No, because
Oh.
if you moisturize it too much, it becomes macerated and can get irritated.
Oh, okay. That's why we have a doctor on the show. Because we're talking about, your butthole getting macerated. God forbid.
So what
right?
maceration of that.
Blitz, I'm going to miss tomorrow. I got a macerated butthole.
Oh, no.
Again?
I put too much moisturizer on it. That's what we're calling it. Lummy, I got to think some of the stuff that you use, you might have somewhat of a macerated pH. Just saying.
Yeah, I do. I have to use the witch hazel too.
Do you use witch hazel?
Yes.
It works though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Any naked time yesterday?
Yes, there was naked time.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are making this weird.
Do you
Well,
do it in front of the baby?
do I get in front of him?
Do you get
No.
naked too?
No, the baby is
No.
naked, Dan.
Oh, the baby's
The
naked.
baby's naked.
Oh, just talking about like his air baths?
Yeah.
His Ben Franklin?
Yeah.
You're just doing like the little Nirvana
Say
kid.
air bath.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, like
And running around. Like, listen, it's not uncommon if you got a boy, just let him run around with his wiener hanging out at the house.
God bless him.
That's what I do.
Yep. Me too.
I mean, usually that stops at, 7 or 8 months, but still.
Not Blitz though. He does it all.
I mean,
the way
yeah.
up.
I mean, Tyler used to run around with his little wiener hanging out, but just like whatever.
Yeah.
Who's out? Nobody's here to see it.
Yeah, we got a little spot in the on the deck that no one can see him.
So he goes outside and just runs around with his little wiener hanging out.
Yeah, I lay him kind of by the pool and.
Do you go naked?
Yeah, naked time.
Now, let me ask you a question. How old is this kid?
He's going to be a month here this Thursday.
He'll be a month Thursday.
Is he shaving yet?
Yeah.
So
he's got hair.
let me, honest to God, I mean, I know that you're spending a ton of time with him. You're being a really good dad. Not like Dr. Diaco, who just hands the baby off and then start kind of liking the kid at 3. But anyway.
When they start talking.
Yeah. After Ramina's changed 10,000 diapers and taught him how to talk, and they're fully functional, Dan comes rolling in and says, hey, I'm your dad. But I know that you're Lummy, that you've been there, every step of the way, that you have a shift when it comes to, her being able to sleep, and you're in charge of the diapers and things like that. So, but in a month, like, what have you learned about this kid? Like, what have you seen progress? Is that too smart of a question for you, or you're going to be able to answer it?
No, I mean,
what have you observed in 1 month's time?
He's starting to learn pretty much, obviously, blinking, when it hits lights.
He's learned blinking.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a reflex.
That's great.
Blinking.
That is absolutely wonderful.
He's learning.
I just want to let you know I've observed my child now for a month, and I think he's learned how to blink.
Yeah, blinking with the sun.
Breathing.
Yeah,
breathing.
and he's learned how to cry when he's mad.
Yeah, you get his energy out. He does do pretty well with his rooting on eating and using his hands.
Like, what does he like? What does he
Rooting is
like?
for hunger. What does he like?
Yeah, what does he
He
like?
likes fans and the
Fans.
trees.
Are you going to do those monthly updates with the board? It's like, I'm 1 month and I like looking at dogs.
I'm 1 month and I've learned how to blink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can. He likes trees and fans. He put him in front of the fans.
We're
He
asking
stares
about
at
the
it.
kid, not you.
No.
Yeah, like developmental wise. Like, have you seen him? First of all, his circumcision is completely healed now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think you guys would be doing naked if you still had little scabs on the peeny.
Nope. Yeah, it's all
Right.
good to go.
So is he able to hold his head up?
He's really good. He's getting good at that.
Hold his head up?
Is he able to, if you put him on his stomach, roll to his back?
No, not yet. He can kind of start to roll, but he can't get all
But
the
he
way
does
over.
tummy time?
Yeah.
Does
Have you
he-
thrown
and
him?
he
Have you
doesn't
thrown
hate
him in
it?
the pool yet?
No, but I want to, but I guess I have to wait another 2-3 weeks.
For what?
They say to wait for 6 to 8 weeks before you throw him in the pool.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's just not be as hardcore as you just don't throw him in the
Well,
pool.
I mean, I would take him in.
I know. I'm
Sink or swim.
But I think that you start. Listen, I know that I started working with Tyler like when he was 2-3 months old, getting him in the pool and just floating him around. Like, you would hold him and you would just kind of float around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
kinda,
Float
then
on
you-
their back.
Then you kind of let them go for a little bit, and they would kind of go under, but it made them not be afraid of it.
Yeah, which is what we're trying to do.
That is one of the most priceless lessons you can teach your child in the first 2 years
Yes.
in Florida is how to flip on their back and float so they don't die if they fall into a pool.
Exactly.
It is so important in Florida. There's so many unprotected
And
pools.
it should be criminal if you don't own it. Like, if you own a pool and you don't do that,
No question.
it should be criminal. Now, I understand the people that don't own pools, you have to go down to the community pool, or but you still should do that. But
If they go to a friend's house.
But you could go to you could go to a friend's house who's at an apartment complex. You can find if you can't find a pool in Florida, then you might be mentally
Then your name's Warren Garrison.
Yeah. I mean, I got to think that I almost think that I saw a statistic one time that Florida or Arizona has the most pools per capita with
Yeah.
regards to people versus percentage of pools.
And there's so many pool injuries from children. And, we've represented several families that have had injuries because a kid fell into an unprotected, unsupervised pool. It's catastrophic. Everyone feels horrible about it. And it's 100% preventable if you just teach the kid how to float. The ones that have passed the course, I think, have had 0 drownings.
Let me, do you have a pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you got to honestly I'm being kind of like a little dad here. Like, Lummy, in the next month or two, just while you guys are doing naked, just go into the pool, let him float around a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And get him, and then actually let him go under one time. It may scare him and he may cry, but eventually he'll learn how to hold his breath when that happens, and he won't be, he won't cry or anything or be afraid of it. Hey, listen, the first time you dunk your kid, sometimes he
They're
cries.
not happy. They're
like,
not happy.
You got to ride it out. You just can't say, oh, God, this kid's mad. I mean, I got to think that, parenting sometimes requires you to be a little bit stiff and upset the kid. And I got to think that you're so afraid of upsetting people that this kid's going to be a monster.
Oh, no. With me and the kid, he can cry and I'll upset him.
Does he already
upset him.
Does he already got you under his thumb? He's only a month old and he already has you worked out?
No,
I think, Bubba,
I actually
Are you gonna be
am not
stiff?
taking it.
Yeah, he cuts promos on him, it sounds.
Yeah, no, I do. I'm not saying like Ashley kind of
Babies
babies him a little bit.
Are you
I
trying
don't.
to harden him up a little bit?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't take his crap. I can sit there for hours and listen to him cry if he's not.
Yeah, you want to play the crying game, bitch? Go ahead.
I cry back at him. I cry at him. I make fun of him.
Did you teach him how to cry?
By the way, Lummy has finally found somebody that's not smarter than him that he can make fun of.
Yep.
For now.
For right now.
Exactly.
Wait till month 6, then it's over.
For right now. Yeah. So in a month,
The student becomes the teacher.
does he? So Dan, how are we going to get your Escalade? Is Blitz just going to go pick it up?
I will probably coordinate that Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon, huh?
That'd be great.
Or I'll just bring it here.
Everybody shut up.
I'm sorry, I meant Wednesday afternoon.
Okay. I was going to say, if you're going to coordinate it Friday, we're screwed.
Yeah.
The other thing is that maybe I'll come here early on Thursday and just switch out temporarily with Blitz. Maybe take his car, just drop off the Escalade, take that car.
You don't want my car.
Just to drive it back to my house.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
How about my smart car?
Yeah.
Dan Diaco
Or
in a
if-
smart car.
Or Dan,
Uber.
or Dan.
Dan,
Uber.
Dan, how about my Crown Vic?
Yeah,
It's got leprosy.
Okay.
I mean, or like Wednesday night, I can come to your house, Dan, and grab it.
Okay. Whatever works.
Now, Dan, let
That's
me
fine.
ask you a question. I want you to be honest. Because during the last break, you left and said, I finally got her to come off of it. And we're talking about your wife and her car, the Escalade. And so this is exactly what I'm afraid of, buddy. I didn't want it to come down to that. Like
It's not a big deal.
Oh, it's got to be a big deal.
Nah, it's not a big deal. She just wants something safe and reliable to drive.
Now, how did you say it?
I said I need the Escalade.
Why do you need the Escalade, Donnie?
Because we're flying up and driving back.
Oh, Donnie, Jay's got a car, and Bubba's got a car, and Blitz has got a bunch of cars. They're all junk, but still.
She said, why doesn't Jay take the Sprinter? I'm like, it's too slow. We'll never get back in time. We won't get back until the afternoon.
It's not like we're going to be going $150 in the Escalade compared to $100 in the Sprinter.
And then she says, well, why don't you take Jay's Porsche? And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, maybe. And then Jay realized, excuse me, that he has to be at his son's prom. Homecoming. And so
he's not coming.
He may be bailing, which I told you was going to happen.
Told you
that was
So
gonna
is
happen.
it still 98%?
It's 98% bailing.
I would say
I think it's 99.9.
I would just say Jay.
Told you.
I would just say Jay. Let's just all come to the agreement that you'd love to be there, but it's just not good for you. So let's not string us along anymore.
Right.
And let's just bail. You bail out Willie. It's your kid's homecoming. I get it. He's on the football team. Like you got to be there. Like you've got to be there. And
it starts early.
And you kind of got to be there like not just Johnny, like your brother show up, but you got to kind of be there for the whole process. Your wife's a little bit different than Danny's wife.
Yeah, he can't roll in at the 11th hour.
Let's just say that Jay can't swag at home the way Dan swags at home.
No, but I tell you what, Jay was a good resource for me last night because Danny got in trouble.
Oh.
Hold on, your little kid?
Yeah, I got an email last night.
I could, just when I had dinner with him at one time, I could tell him he's not near. He's not near. He's up to no good.
Yeah, he was up to no good.
Now, Sophia, she's a perfect little angel. But this little kid, I saw him over there.
She's an angel until you turn your back, and then she'll start cutting on you. But
well, that's fine. You didn't get an email from her now yesterday, did you?
Nope.
No. So you got an email from school?
Yeah.
What happened?
His PE teacher, who's the one that, like the first day of school, said, everyone that's vaccinated raise their hand. That's this person.
Oh, okay.
And so apparently they had like some kind of party Friday afternoon, and the kids were throwing Sprite on each other. And so, the story I get from the PE coach is not the story I get from my son.
Well, of course not.
And the part that was really, I think, gets him in most of the trouble, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to deal with it today. So they two or three boys and 2 or 3 girls are with each other, and they start pouring Sprite on each other because I guess Sprite was the beverage du jour. And
Yeah, all kids drink Sprite.
Yep.
Right. So
one of the problems, you should reverse it and say, you know what? If you guys didn't sell sodas in the school, which I'm not a big proponent of, my kid wouldn't be able to, sling Sprite everywhere.
right, all jacked up on sugar.
Right.
I mean, stupid.
When they put sodas in schools, I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Yeah, we want fat kids that don't behave.
Well, because they're getting paid from Pepsi or Coke.
Right.
Buying them new scoreboards and stuff.
Exactly. Yep. So anyway, Danny, you're getting an email from Coach McGillicuddy. He says that little Danny was doing a Juggalo concert with Sprite.
Right, and so he said the email said that he threw Sprite on a bunch of girls, and then teased them, saying he wanted to drink milk from their melons.
Oh, hold on. Whoa, easy.
That is your kid. Talk to Dan.
So Dan's like, I'm such a proud father.
So let's go ahead.
Drink milk.
Let's go ahead.
He's not a homosexual.
Let's go ahead and hit the brakes immediately. Now, so the PE coach says that he threw Sprite on girls.
Friday. And then yesterday.
Said, I'd like to drink milk from your melons.
Right. That's the accusation
That's
was
from the coach.
And they went.
And he said, nakey.
I don't think you do that.
All right, so that's what you got from the coach, right?
Right. And then the follow-up was, that was Friday afternoon, and then apparently one of the girls was really upset because she had to change her shirt.
It happened Friday, but you didn't find out about it Friday, right?
Because there's a second half to the story. The milk from the melons comment was apparently yesterday. And so, first of all, he doesn't say that melons, because I don't use that word at home. I have 2 words for breasts, and I use them all the time. And I don't ever use melons, and I never talk about drinking milk from a melon. And so his friend said it, and they were laughing about just, the concept of drinking milk from a melon. He didn't say it to the girl. So the story got kind of distorted a little bit, and so I kind of cut a reverse.
Well, did he Did he say milk from the melon?
He said no.
He said it was his friend.
He said his friend said it, and he said, he admitted freely. He says, yes, we got Sprite on them. They got Sprite on us. We were just kind of all playing around. And then my friend said that.
Okay, so he's saying, so maybe the coach does have the wrong boy said that.
Right.
Maybe that happens.
Regardless, he's not going to do it again. He's not going to be throwing Sprite on anybody. He's not going to be making any comments to anybody.
Let me ask you a question, because I know Tyler would be having a warm ass. I would have spanked him for that. I would have. I would have spanked him for that.
Well, apparently, as soon as he got in the car when she picked him up yesterday, he was hysterically crying and very upset by it. I talked to him about it. I'm like, dude, you're effed. He goes, well, he starts crying right away. He goes, it's not that I'm going to beat you down or scream at you. It's that I got to manage this problem with the coach and the school. And so you may be public school Willie next week. And that really upset him.
Did Ramina go, oh, Donnie, you're being too hard on little Donnie?
No. And she did.
I got to think that she might be. I've seen the way she looks. Don't think that she's not a pushover. I think she may cut promos sometimes.
She does, and she goes crazy when she does. But
she does.
This was one of those
when
things.
you say she goes crazy, what do you mean? Like she just
like they were screwing around the other day. They were screwing around the other day, and so Danny was eating cereal, and Sophia and he were playing with each other, and Sophia knocked the cereal onto Danny's lap, and so there was milk and cereal everywhere, and Ramina was like a crazy woman for about 2 minutes until I calmed her down. I'm like, it's cereal. I mean, come on. It all caught in his shirt, so he got all of it out. It's not like it went everywhere.
She tried to choke him out or something? Or?
No, she was outside. She's sweeping Cheerios everywhere. She's screaming at the top of her lungs.
In my household, both, you know what? If that was Julie and Tyler, both of them getting ass whipping.
Yeah, well, they got in trouble.
Well, Dan was actually happy until he heard it wasn't his kids that said that. Then he was disappointed.
So they cut a little bit of a reverse promo back on the coach.
All right, so what did you say to the coach?
I had a long email.
Okay. What did your email say? Dear Coach McGillicuddy.
From the office of
from
Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire.
I'll read it to you.
With a plastic surgeon kicker. Just don't use any names, okay? Just call him Coach Clem.
Okay. Dear Coach, I am mortified to hear this story. However, apparently the Sprite was going in both directions. The girls got Sprite on the boys as well. Additionally, my son would never say to a girl that he likes her melons and wants to drink milk from them. May I remind you that I am a breast surgeon, and I only use 2 terms to describe breasts in my household, and neither one of them is the word melon.
I wonder what words he uses.
I am
T's and B's.
T's and B's.
Breasts and boobs. Because you can talk about boob jobs. You know what I mean? It's colloquial.
Right.
So I was able to calmly speak with my son, who readily admitted throwing some of the Sprite, but he said the girls were throwing it as well. He also denied saying that to any girl. Regardless, I have dealt with it, and I can assure you he will not be throwing Sprite on anyone ever again and will respect his classmates. He will also make it a point to speak with grace and candor. Additionally, he would like to apologize to the girls he threw Sprite on. If there are any further questions, if there are any further discussions necessary, I would like to be included. Otherwise, please let me know if there's any further issues. Sincerely.
I think that that absolutely was like a pimp-ass dad right there.
Well, Jay helped me with that, too.
Okay.
My first
because can I tell you right now, they were not as cool as that.
The first draft was just
F
you.
I'm telling you right now, man, my kid wouldn't be saying that. I'll be down there tomorrow, whip some ass, bitch. I'll be the guy in a suit in a Ferrari. I'll tell you that right now, Coach. That's bull crap. You said my kid would say something like that.
So that's the same coach. That's the same coach.
Now, Jay turned that into the most beautiful piece a dad could write.
Masterpiece.
Yes, he was very helpful. Thank God I have a very calm brother.
No, for your email, the way that it was written, like that nailed it. You gave
Jay nailed it. Please.
You gave your kid's position. You defended your kid a little bit. You didn't deny that indeed it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You went through the protocol of apologies and then said, include me. I mean, you couldn't have got any better.
Right. It just took an hour.
I mean,
that took an hour.
Well, because it was going back and forth with drafts.
I know, but it's great.
Yeah. But that's the same PE coach.
Your first one would have been a problem.
Yeah. That PE coach is the same one that stratified the kids of who was vaccinated and unvaccinated. That same PE coach had a kid throw up in their mask with bloody vomit and made the kid put the mask back on.
No.
All right, well, none of that. Hold on. If we were being a court of law and I could be Bubba Tharp, Chet Tharp, they'll remember the judge?
Yeah.
Chet Tharp. If I can be Bubba Tharp, I would say, counselor, none of that is pertinent to this particular issue.
Not relevant.
We cannot use that.
Which is why I kept it out of the email.
The jury cannot hear that. Would that be the right ruling?
Yes.
Jury cannot hear that, Mr. Diaco, Esquire, lawyer, PhD, yippee-yo. But the letter you wrote was straight nail. Use Jay when it comes to parenting issues, please. For us fellas out there, and just please don't let nobody else can really talk about this except me, because I'm going to have to put it in terms that we don't get in trouble.
Right.
But for you men, and I guess I can't even include Tyler because this is a little bit naughty. It's a little bit freaks me out.
He's a man.
Yeah,
I know, but I don't have any.
Jesus,
I just don't have any conversations about your wiener or anything with him.
Oh.
But like when a woman is grabbing a part of your body,
go on,
and you look down there, and she's got her hands wrapped around a portion of your body,
okay,
and she's got super sexy nails.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just kind of add to the experience as compared to looking down there, a girl that's got chewed off nubs? Looks like a man's grabbing your gimmick.
Yeah.
Man hands.
Yeah.
Isn't it so sexy, Dan, to look down there and you've got a real feminine, really nice,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just like when you look at a foot.
Yeah.
You don't want to see black stuff under the nails. You want to see, pretty painted nails.
So, Anna, like guys, like if a guy wants to hold your hand or he wants you to wrap your hand around some part of his body, we want to look down there and see something,
Like this.
No, that looks like a third grader that got in her mom's My First Paint
I know,
nail
it does
set.
look like that, huh? I can't help it. It's just the way I was born.
Yeah. But but the things that you're so messed, we can fix.
If you just had a quarter inch of, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Danny.
If you just let it grow like a quarter inch and painted it, it would look better.
Well, she chews them first of all.
Well, this is. Well, here's the thing. I'm trying to quit that habit.
Quit
and
what?
When she puts,
Quit what?
chewing my nubs.
Right. She chews her nails.
Oh
It's
my
disgusting.
God.
I know.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
you have strong dentition, so I understand your desire to keep them things sharpened.
I'm like constantly teething. I know.
Yeah, it's like a dog with a
Constantly
rawhide.
teething.
What's that called? Strong dentition? What is it?
Dentition,
Like dental, my teeth.
Dentition is like
Just making fun of my teeth, bubs.
You have strong dentition.
Bitch
Oh, I gotta
ass.
go to the dentist tomorrow. But it's just a checkup and a clean.
Checking your
Strong
dentition.
dentation.
My dentures.
Dentition.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just
I thought you said
reusing his
dentures.
word. Yeah, no, but I'm trying to quit, so this helps. If there's gel on it, I won't.
No,
won't gnaw on it.
you'll end up no.
No, I haven't at all.
Have you ever chewed on your toenails?
No,
I
I'm
can't
not
reach.
flexible enough. Yeah, I'm not flexible
But
enough.
if you could, you would, right?
Probably.
Yeah, a bit.
I do.
Blitz does. He can put
Blitz
his
really
leg
Blitz
behind his head.
Blitz really does
He's
chew
like Gumby.
his toenails. No, for real.
Sure, why not?
I can't get
How else
my
you gonna cut him?
I can't get my foot up past my knee, let alone. I mean, I couldn't even
I would
fathom
love to
chewing
see
my
you
own
try to
nails.
do yoga. That'd be fun.
I'm not doing yoga.
We should do that for content.
We have to bowl yet. We have to play basketball yet.
We should go to yoga.
We have to go to Dan's
We
Walmart.
We should have an On and
Walmart.
Bubba healthy day where we like do yoga. We
Listen.
go to Whole Foods.
We got 3 things we got to do. We got to go to Walmart with
You trying
Dr.
to date
Dan.
me or something?
I don't know.
All right, well, I don't do Bubba and on and nothing.
We're going to do a spa day on Friday.
Yeah.
Spa day. Well, we all have our robes on and
Yeah,
we're
you
going
and
into
Blitz,
Steam
yeah.
House first.
Yeah, me,
Balls
Bubba,
out.
and Dan at the spa. That sounds good.
Cucumbers on their eyes.
No, God. No, I don't want to do any spa day.
Pedicures.
And Dan, does cucumbers on your eyes do? You're in the.
It's supposed to suck the swelling out of them. I mean, I don't know if it works.
I've never gone to your office ever and seen any bitch got cucumbers on her eyes.
Those aren't cucumbers. It's just a spa thing.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, what you doing, buddy?
What's up, Hoodie?
How you doing?
Is this Hoodie a handful of pills?
Yeah.
Blitz wants to know where those 14s are, cuz.
I actually.
What Blitz? What Blitz?
I had a girl buy me a pair the other day.
And is it me or is Blitz just Johnny everything?
I didn't ask for them. I didn't know.
She buy you a pair of shoes?
Yeah.
What a great girl. So you don't need Hoodie to buy shoes now?
So that means does that mean Hoodie's back in with
Is
no
Hoodie
shoe
free?
purchase?
Oh no, I still want a pair from him too. But yeah.
I mean, Amazon said they got delivered. It was 5025 West Lemon Street. They said they
Well, unfortunately, we
haven't been there for over a decade now.
Law office.
Yeah, that's Jay's old law office, Tom Bean's current office with the Regina Hunter kicker.
Yep.
And we haven't been there since 2011.
It's been a
Hoodie.
decade.
Brian's got some big shoes in his office, thinking they're Shaquille O'Neal's.
Yeah. So Hoodie.
I don't know.
We're
They
not
never said.
We're not on limit anymore, buddy. We're on NASA.
Oh.
You've only been here 400 times. He starts laughing.
He just knows how to get her. He doesn't know.
He's just so stupid. How many pills are you on? Don't lie, Hoodie.
I'm doing the chip challenge by myself.
I think you're doing the Vicodin challenge all by yourself, my friend.
With the Miller Lite Chaser.
I don't even know what I was going to call about. You guys got me all messed up now. All right, man. I'll see you guys. I love you guys.
Having a snack.
See you later, bud.
Bye.
Didn't know why he called.
Go to the BTO.
Remix.
Yeah, remix. Thumbprint on CD.
Who still uses CDs?
We do. We still use CDs that sometimes skip. By the way, Anna, I blew out my shoulder today trying to do a pose.
Pose off with yourself in the mirror?
It's for you, yeah.
Oh, were you taking a selfie?
Well, I was trying, but it just didn't seem.
Failed.
It failed much like this intro CD.
Well, I appreciate the attempt.
But, Blitz, you know what? Well, of course you know. I mean, when you're really jacking yourself and you're posing too.
Yeah, I was doing that myself.
But I'm saying, like, you're really trying to, squeeze squoze.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, my shoulder.
Was it right after you worked it out?
No, I
tore a muscle posing.
I did. I did.
Oh, no.
I was trying to really, I was trying to recreate my 05 shot so I could show Anna today.
Gotcha.
And none of them looked good at all. I'm like, man, you better lose 30 pounds before you start trying to act like you're something.
So you're out of the gym for the next month or so?
I don't know. I wasn't, oddly enough, I missed the gym today. It was right out of the shower. So I wasn't even,
Oh, no.
I wasn't even
At the
pumped.
gym. You have a pump.
You tore a muscle posing out of the shower.
Before the gym.
And it sounds, no, after not going to the gym.
No.
I skipped the gym, slept in, ate like a pig, took a shower, tried to pop a yippee-yo deal, and blew my stuff out.
Oh,
That's
no.
kind of how.
You're probably looking vascular after the hot shower.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably looking pretty wet and stupid. at the end of that.
Wet and stupid's no way to go through life.
No, not when you're trying to be a bodybuilder.
That's your hot chick.
T-shirt will with 1,000 bits.
Yeah, if you are a hot chick, wet and stupid, man, that's
the
money.
way to go through
that's
life.
about the best way. I mean, that's
Dan's bread and butter.
yeah. I mean, hot and stupid is, I mean, I'm first in line for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which if you saw a girl and she goes, I just want to let you know that I'm wet and stupid. Be like, okay, what's your phone
As long
number?
as you're hot.
Yeah, well, of course she's hot. You wouldn't be talking to her. So you see this really hot chick,
Yep.
right? But she's like a 9.75, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, a 975er.
Yeah, and she and you go, hey, of course she's a 9.75er.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, what's going on? I'm Susie, and I'm wet and stupid. I'm like, whoa.
Perfect.
Man, way to really lay it out there.
Do you like it better when they know they're stupid or not?
I just like when they're, I don't know.
If they admit they're
Yeah,
stupid?
nothing's worse than a stupid girl that actually thinks she's smart.
Right.
I'd rather, that'd be like me thinking that I'm, really good shape and hot. It's just easier for me to say that I'm blowed out and not hot.
Probably easier to manage if they know
Right.
they're dumb.
If you put your like if you automatically just lay it out there that I'm stupid, then you're like, well, in full disclosure, you told me you were stupid right out of the get-go.
Can't get mad at
But
her.
how about
believe
that?
you.
But how about that wetness we got to talking about? You dirty 9.75er.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even do the intro for the show.
Oh.
Or the previously on, or anything like that.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So anyway, Danny, you're getting an email from Coach McGillicuddy. He says that little Danny was, doing a Juggalo concert with Sprite.
Right, and so he said the email.
I don't even think that Dan got my Juggalo
He
reference.
didn't at all.
No,
he
with the
didn't.
Fago. I got
mean,
you, though.
But very few did. But
Yeah.
but those that did knew how
I was
goddamn
like, that's what's
brilliant.
up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's brilliant, my friend.
Yeah,
It was.
they spray
That is
Fago.
brilliant. Oh, not that. So sorry. Back over to here.
that he threw Sprite on a bunch of girls and then teased them, saying he wanted to drink milk from their melons.
Oh, hold on. Whoa, easy. Hold on.
He's your kid.
I'm giving my son a high five for those words.
So Dan's like, I'm such a proud father.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I mean, so what story are you going to tell people about your shoulder?
I blew it out.
Doing what?
Trying to.
2,000-pound shoulder shrug.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. I was.
You're bench
skipped the
pressing a
gym.
Buick.
I skipped. I took too many pills. Let's just go.
Okay. That's a way better story.
At least you woke up.
Let's just rewind it all.
Didn't make the gym, but you woke
That whole
up.
pose thing didn't happen.
Let me just give you the whole timeline for you guys to understand the context of how I blew my shoulder out. It's just not blowing my shoulder out. It's
You have to start with like 246, don't we, from yesterday?
Yeah, you got to start. First of all, my 246 got moved to 3.5 yippee-yo.
Oh, no. 3.5 yippee-yo.
Yeah, because I was I was taping the BJ. Me and BJ are working on an audition tape.
Right.
To do afternoons at a radio station. Within his company, which is, I think, Odyssey, which used to be Intercom, which used to be CBS. So BJ, my former radio guy that I worked with at the Power Pig, who was my boss, part of the MJ and BJ show, BJ and I remained friendly the entire time.
Sure.
Since the day he left in like 90, I think he left in 96.
Oh, that long ago?
No, he didn't leave in 96. No, hold on. I think he left in 02 or 03.
Okay, that makes
for
more sense.
Cincy or something like that.
Okay.
But him and I have remained close. So I did an audition with him yesterday, which Blitz, I think I'm going to edit today and put up as a podcast.
Awesome.
And it's just 3 breaks. It was a break about Adele, a break about Let's Go Brandon.
Okay.
And a break about I don't even know. But we just bullcrapped for 3 breaks.
Great.
And it's an audition that his company is going to listen to and see if we can do afternoon drive. And the way we would do that is at 1 o'clock every day. God, Blitz, think about what this is going to do to me.
I know.
At 246.
At 1 o'clock every day, I got to be here at the studios. I got to pipe him in via Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Or Blitz, they may require an ISDN
or Comrex or something.
Something.
Yeah.
And then record it, send it back to him, and then his son, who's the production director for his radio station, BJ works for Alice 106.
You guys have the same business plan. Employ your kids.
He's the he's the number 1 rated morning guy in all of Denver.
Oh wow.
And so my normal day, if we get this job, would be then like probably 1 to 2. We would tape these breaks. These like Blitz, if they run 3 5-minute, 3 or 4 5-minute, and then we're gonna do a 3-hour show. So I may have to do like 16 breaks or something like that.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. And so zip them back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably get out of I probably wouldn't get out of here every day till 3 o'clock.
Right.
Yikes.
Yeah. What am I thinking? But actually, it pays.
Yeah,
pretty good. It was
That's
like
what you were thinking.
$80,000 or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, what's up?
What is the relationship with MJ and BJ?
I think friends, but not,
Okay. Well, that's cool that you don't dismiss everyone that's friends with MJ.
No, hell no.
Okay, cool.
In fact, I have publicly said I would bring MJ in and do a podcast with him. Bury the Hatchet Willie.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't think he was wanting to do that.
Oh.
So anyway, I do that. Well, I'm completely behind after that. And then I have a little bit of drama that's going on at my. I got some.
When is there not drama?
Well, I had a little bit of. I had some intense drama yesterday.
You had intense drama yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
No.
I had intense drama.
Oh no.
Is it something we already know about?
No,
or?
it's just something that you really don't know about and will never know about.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Not even Blitz. Like it's just.
That's what you think.
So.
By the way, Jesus said, or Jesus, I don't even know about this one.
Yeah, Jesus, you don't even know because you were gone most of the afternoon, grab-assing with your girlfriend, hopefully using protection, and going to the Lightning game last night, and they got their ass whipped. By the way, I don't know who sent this to me. It came in a bag.
I've had a few people asking a question, Bubba.
What?
Let me go ahead and laugh again. I believe yesterday you said that you would give a crisp $5 bill to both Lummy and Tyler if they got that on Next Gen for you.
For real?
Yeah, you did. Before the BJ thing because you wanted to play it.
All right, watch this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell it to him right now,
Hell
bitch.
yeah. There you go, guys.
I'm literally going to sell you.
Making monies.
Well, let me get out of the break, but I'll sell you $5.
There you go, Tyler.
And what a wedge Tyler is. My God, as if he doesn't suck me dry monthly. No, this comes from Blaze Media, the Blaze Media shop in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I don't know if Blaze Media.
Isn't that Glenn Beck's company?
No, well, yes, no, not this one.
Okay.
But I don't know, maybe if somebody from the Fine Bubba Army, went to Amazon. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Yep, look inside. It says, ship to Bubba Clem. Return address, Blaze Media Shop, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, that's just, is that an Amazon receipt?
Yeah.
So then, that's just the shop they use. So someone must have ordered it for you.
Somebody must have ordered it for me. And it came from, came from that place. Now, would I catch a lot of crap if I wore that?
No.
You know why? Because it's for Brandon to quad.
That's right.
Right. That's why I got mine.
I need to put a little guy in a wheelchair up there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Brandon. And then I got a little guy in a wheelchair. Hey, Will, how fast can you make me some of those shirts? Let's go, Brandon, just like this. But then in the very, very, very corner, Blitz, like up here, just a little guy in a wheelchair.
With the Bubba Army logo, right?
Bubba Army logo with a little guy. Bubba Army logo with a little guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Or should it be Bubba Army and then in the middle, let's go, Brandon?
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
All right, so then, like this one is straight out of Fort Walton Beach, right?
Yep.
So you do Bubba Army, and then see where it says straight out of Let's Go Brandon right there.
Right.
And then maybe within that, just a little guy in a wheelchair.
Little teeny guy.
Little teeny guy in a wheelchair.
1 inch by 1 inch.
Yeah, just teeny tiny. Just
Yeah.
be like, oh, look, right there. That's Brandon the Quad right there. We have a very famous person on our show. His name's Brandon the Quad. In fact, he's losing his virginity to Caitlin Hadley.
Yeah, we're all going to wear these shirts for that day.
Yeah, that's what this is for, Brent.
Yes.
For whoever wants to say it. Will, you got to design, but Will, time is of essence, my friend.
Is it going to happen before Barp or after?
Oh, it's got to happen like I got to have him available by Monday.
No. She means the Brandon thing.
The deflowering.
I would say probably the Friday before.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a big smile on his face at the party.
Oh, my God.
Or based on what day Brandon gets here, maybe we could have it on Thursday.
Ooh.
That way it would give us a show
to talk about.
To be able to talk. On Friday, we could have Brandon in here, rolled up in here. Brandon, you lost your virginity to Caitlin Hadley.
He won't be able to talk.
No.
Actually, you know what's going to happen, Bubba?
What?
He's going to pull up in the parking lot, get out of the car, and walk right in here.
Yes. It cured him.
That was the cure that he needed. He just needed to get
some
laid.
simple vagina.
Yeah.
Is cured your quadriplegicness.
I just started following her on Instagram. It's steamy.
Yeah.
So Will, can you get me some artwork, or can Caviar Tacos or Ada Hundo or somebody, Lummy, throw together some artwork that I just described so that I could potentially get it to Will? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like all of your all the people that do artwork, Lummy, seem to like report to you.
Yeah, that's
For some reason, like you got 8 Hundo, you got JC Caviar, you got a couple others that are pretty good on the graphics deal, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is a Bubba Army, Let's Go Brandon in the middle, and then just a little wheelchair guy.
Yeah, a little one.
Just enough to know that it's a wheelchair guy.
Gotcha.
And then be like, hey, this is for Brandon the Quad, and all proceeds can go to helping pay for Caitlin Hadley's fee. I mean, it just makes it a natural progression, is it not?
Yeah.
We got to take her up on her offer to do a little shower gig for our OnlyFans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think she'll
I
do
would
anything.
I would like that very much, to be present for that.
But
I'll finally be on the OnlyFans. Woo!
So you're saying that if Caitlin Hadley does a put him on the glass shower scene here in the studio, that you'd like to be here?
Yeah, you're gonna see me all giddy on camera, and then I can tell people, "Hey, I'm on OnlyFans."
Butch, are you witnessing this? Because I've not asked her to be there. I've not made it mandatory could potentially be an HR deal. So can you please be my witness that she's asking to be there?
Absolutely.
Are you wanting to host it, Anna?
No, I don't want to host it. That's your job for sure.
No,
but I just would like to be
I'd be so
a
glad
witness.
to be like, hey, Anna, take it away. Hey, it's Anna over here at the shower at the BRN. I'm on the stage here, and oh my God, Caitlin, who's got the 600cc Dr. Diakos, is putting him right on the glass right now.
Boots
Here,
on the
ladies and
ground.
gentlemen. Oh, the humanity of these 600cc's running wild up and down the water, almost as if it was a squeegee. A homeless guy trying to clean your window for $1 in Detroit with a windshield wiper deal.
That might be fun.
Yeah,
that might be really fun.
I mean, naked women don't intimidate you, do you? I mean, like if it's not in the capacity where you're supposed to do a lappy smurf and it's
Right.
just you reporting.
Yeah.
You reporting, hi, it's Anna, I'm reporting.
Nothing actually seems more fitting than that.
I'm a journalist.
Right.
And I am reporting.
I'm
this.
Nora O'Donnell. I'm Anna O'Donnell.
Yeah, I'm Anna O'Donnell. Anna, take it away.
Bubba, did you know that men with high testosterone are more likely to cheat?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
how do you know that?
It's legal.
Because the more it's making you
It's
more of
legal?
a man.
Oh, it's making you more of a man?
And the first thing that testosterone replacement does is it affects your boner.
Makes you
if you got
horny.
if you got a
He's so horny.
if you got a boner and your wife's only taking so much of that real boner real estate away.
Yeah.
You got to get you some more boner real estate.
Says here, scientists say in women.
Hold on. Did you just say it says here? You are in your goddamn head today, girlfriend. You are in your head, crutch up Willie. What is your problem? It says right here, something we've spoke about as a very rookie bone-like crutch might have worked on the Will Goddamn Cooch show, will not work on the high-level juggernaut of a program called the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, distributed on multi-platforms. We've spoke about this extensively.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It says right here.
No, it doesn't.
Where did you learn that from?
I don't know.
That is so rook.
Listening to like NPR.
That's so rook. Nothing screams.
Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you at all. I'm disappointed.
That's worse.
I'm disappointed because I hired your dumbass. You're not nearly as good as advertised. Seth was wrong.
Well,
I bet you
Seth then or Seth now?
Yes.
Seth now is right. Seth then was wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to get a condescending text from Seth saying, I told you the bitch was no good. I told you she'd flame out. You're flaming, girlfriend. You're flaming bad. And now it's in your head.
Can't wait to go home for 4 days.
Cry on the plane the
Yeah,
entire time.
exactly. That's what I'm going to do during the layover.
You're going to be in the middle. You're going to be in the middle seat. You're going to be crying the entire time. You're like,
waterboarding
what's wrong
her.
with you, ma'am? But well, I got the best job in the world, but my boss, he's cool, but I can't figure him out. I think he hates me because he got this girl named Gabby that might be in.
Yeah, I was talking to her yesterday.
But he said that he may not really bring her in, but he tells me not to do these things on the air, and I still do them, and because I'm a rookie and I suck and I got horse teeth and I don't get laid. And I'm Jewish. Can I ask you for some stuff about money, please?
Can I ask a question about money because I'm Jewish?
It says right here to continue on. I got to talk to Will about my t-shirt order.
Scientists say in women, the hormone leads to more masturbation or same-sex flings.
What?
I don't know if that's true.
Chicks need to get on testosterone immediately. If it means
Scissor time.
blitz.
Yeah.
If chicks taking testosterone means either Scissor Sister Jones or I'm rubbing the night away Willie, what's wrong with either one of those?
Yeah.
How hot would it be if you were dating Anna? Not just you, but any dude.
Yeah.
We roll up in there.
So hot if you're dating me.
We got a key.
So far, not so much.
We got a key. She gave us a key.
Okay.
She
So
said
what does it unlock?
She said her apartment door, dildo.
Oh, okay. Because Anna thought a different kind of key.
I'm not going to say that.
So we roll up in there. I do. I roll up. I'm dating Anna.
Yeah.
And her and Reagan are on because they're both on testosterone replacement, are on a full-blown.
It's legal.
On a full-blown lappy Smurf 70-1 gimmick.
Yeah, we're scissoring on the litter box.
That's only good when they motion you to join.
Well, I don't care how I'm getting figured into the deal. I'm at least going to get my girl. I mean, you're at least going to get the girl you're with.
Okay.
And so, you know, how's that? I mean, even if she says, okay, baby, you know, me and my man are going to go over this room. You still got to, see a little bit of that action. You caught him right there on the couch, 70-1. Right there on the couch, just going to crazy, setting fast times.
You got to do math.
Well, I can't. Unfortunately, I'm governed by a very strict set of rules, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Although when the Democrats are in, they don't seem to care about bad words on the radio. I do tell you that. They're more worried about...
They do when you sell Let's Go Brandon shirts.
Anyway, we'll all be up at Fort Walton Beach in Florida Man Radio. I've obviously been in on 103.1 prior to Florida Man Radio taking over the format and taking over the stations. I was there. God, how long were we? And then they fired us. A guy named Matt Stone fired me.
Mm-hmm.
I got that phone call. I should play it now. Have I been asked not to play it? I think I might have been asked not to play it.
I know at one point you were, but it was before we got on there. But I don't know afterwards.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I almost feel like playing it where I could like almost use an excuse to Shane, be like, Shane, I thought that was only when he was still kind of working for you guys, and he's not he's not working for you guys anymore. I know he isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what I'm thinking.
I mean, that's kind of how I understood it, but I wasn't privy to all the conversations, so I don't know.
So we used to be on 103.1 back in the day, and kicked ass.
Was it like 5 years?
Oh yeah, we were there like at least 3, maybe 5 years on 103.1. We were kicking ass. But, new program directors come in and things like that. And when new program directors come in and they inherit a morning show like this, well, all too often, program directors of either alternative or rock stations don't like a guy that doesn't play any music in the morning. These program directors, their thumbprint and their identity and their swagger, so to speak, is the music on their station. Like that's their baby. You know what I'm saying? That's their baby. And having some guy play none of it in the morning just really pisses them off. Because they play about 12 of their stupid records in the afternoon, and then they play about, 8 or 9 of their stupid records, or songs, I should say, afternoon drive, and then they play about another 12 of them at night with all these robo-jocking, hey, it's 99.5, The Buzz, and don't forget, we got Rockfest tickets to give away. 12th caller gets Rockfest tickets, Rockfest with White Snake and REO Speedwagon this weekend at the Destin Convention Center. On only on 103.1 The Buzz. That's like a break. That's what they want. That's perfect for them. That would be like A-okay. Well, I come in and I don't do any of that nonsense. And they're like, so sometimes we do really well and the owner stands up for us and says, listen, I know you may be a music guy, but Bubba's been our show for a long time. And that's just the way it is. You can make all the changes you want, but don't screw with Bubba. Like that's kind of what has happened to us in Charleston. Lynn Martin, the owner, Blitz. We've been through 3 or 4 program directors, but Lynn Martin always makes it, really clear to the new guy he's hiring. Hey, you can. Our station's messed up a little bit. We need to make some changes promotionally and music, but the morning show's off limits. Like just let him keep doing his stuff.
Right.
He didn't play any music. He's crazy. He's been here. I think we've been there 11 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last week, right? 11 years last week.
11 years in Charleston. I'm trying to find this. Matt Stone. So here we are. We're kicking ass at 103.1. Here, I better check my phone in case Shane Reeves says Ixnay on the Matt Stone, eh? Nope, Blitz, I ain't got nothing.
Okay.
So Matt Stone was the program. We were up here kicking ass 103.1 The Blaze, wasn't it?
Yeah, The Blaze.
103.1 The Blaze. And we were kicking ass. And we were like, I think one time, I think the Cumulus station, had a real dominant morning show. But we beat them a couple times, and we went from like last place to at least top 5 all the time. We went under a couple appearances. We did a benefit Bubba's Bikes for Badges deal because they had a local police officer that died in the line of action, and we got like $10,000 or $12,000 to her, to his widow, and we were just kicking ass. And then this Matt Stone guy, the station says, "Oh, we need to hire a new program director. Station's getting a little stale." So they hire this Matt Stone guy, and this Matt Stone guy is like from San Diego, and he's like Johnny, Red Hot Chili Pepper, Blink 9/11, that kind of guy.
Yeah, Blink 9/11.
He's like Blink 9/11, sure. Red Hot Chili Peppers, all that kind of nonsense. And so he comes in, makes some changes, and then he puts 103.1 The Blaze. We're super cool because we play Red Hot Chili Peppers into guerrilla radio. Not a lot of talking either from stupid radio guys. It's just a lot of music because I'm Matt Stone.
They play Blink 9/11 into the Red Hot Bell Peppers. So hold on. So Matt Stone. So when the owners, I think it was Community Broadcasting or something like that, said, "Hey, Matt Stone, cool Matt Stone, you can come in here and make all the changes you want and tell everybody how cool we are. Put your music in here and all your stupidity, but you can't mess with Bubba. He's just we don't have a problem in the morning." Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't really make the new program director real happy when he's got to do that. When he knows, and he knows that I know he can't do that either. Like, don't be messing with me, buddy. I don't got time for your nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to find this call. I know it's on the Next Gen system. Lummy, you don't have the ability to do a global search from the Next Gen system, do you?
Not from right here.
Not from right there.
No.
Tyler might be able to. Blitz, I just think if you literally put Matt Stone, let me see if I can find, let me see, BTLS main page, if I can just find a page that he could put it on. Here, I'll erase that and erase that. So if he finds it, Blitz, have him put it on 1 or 2 if he finds it. And it's called the Matt Stone call.
Okay.
So we're kicking ass in 103.1 The Blaze. I got to keep monitoring my phone in case I get something blown in from Stevie.
Yeah, I got mine out too, just in case.
Stevie and or Shane. Right? If I'm not, dear Stevie and Shane, my bosses at Florida Man Radio.
Man, they're hanging up in Fort Walton. They're sleeping in this morning. What are you talking about?
Don't give them any excuses as to why not to hear this, my friend. We're making a disclaimer.
Oh.
To cover our ass. God, you're dumb.
Collective ass.
Yeah, I mean, we're yeah, exactly. We're exactly. So we're kicking ass on 103.1 The Blaze, and this is before John, the lovely JVC, John Cracciola, owned this place. This was like 2 owners ago. And we're kicking ass. And Matt Stone, I get all these reports from listeners saying, hey, Bubba, we love you up here on 103.1 The Blaze. But they keep cutting you off at 9 o'clock. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, well, they keep cutting you off. Like, and I know there's an hour difference, but they're not playing the last hour of your show. And so what he would do, Blitz, is he would start the show at 6, which was really 7, and then just take 3 hours and end it at 9.
Nice.
And so, or whatever, I don't know. He was just cutting the last hour of the show off by whatever means. So I was getting all these calls from Fort Walton Beach saying, hey, they're cutting your show off. They're cutting the last hour of your show off. And I'm like, no, they're not.
Yeah,
So
why would they do that?
So we go and go to the Listen Live deal, like at 9:15. Like, no, it was like 9:40. I finally got to it like at 9:40. And sure enough, we go to the Listen line, and it's like, Red Hot Chili Peppers into Blink 911.
Green Day
into the Imagine Dragons. Bust Me Up. There's no Bubba the Love Sponge. There's no me at all. 0. And if you guys can't find it, Blitz, I can find it when we go to words.
Okay.
Since you go to global search, you go to announcement, and then you type in Matt Stone. That's how you would do it.
There's one called Bubba Calls the Blaze.
That might be it.
Okay.
That might be it.
He's going to add that.
That'd be great. Oh, yeah. Yes, I think this is it.
Okay.
So good, we can have it now. Woo. Good work, Tyler. Good work, Jesus. Good work, Blitz.
It was all Tyler.
Thanks, Jesus, Tyler.
No problem, Daddy.
Idiot.
He's just sitting there looking at the screen.
Because he's a straight idiot. You didn't know that you got
him potted up.
You can tell because the static from the. You can tell when I pot him up because there's static from the slate.
He's still just looking at the screen. He's got no idea what's going on.
Is he listening to the show?
No.
What show, Daddy?
Is there a show on?
So
I thought we were just hanging out.
So I call up the front desk.
Yep.
Let me just make sure that this is.
Hi, good morning. This is Matt.
Hi, Matt. All right, so
yeah, that's it.
but this is after I've called 2 times.
Okay,
so it's been edited. Meaning, like but I called up and I was super nice to the secretary. I'm like, hey, it's Bubba. I'm your morning show. Like, I completely was not. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna be. The corporation's not going to be able to say that I handled this wrongly.
Right.
Like, that I handled it like Bubba. I'd be like, listen. Hello, 103.
No, and you weren't at all.
Listen, it's Bubba, your morning show, you stupid bitch. And you better put me on the Matt Stone right now. I swear to God, there's some heads going to roll. No, I was like, hey, Rhonda, this is Bubba, and we're getting some reports like they're cutting the last hour of the show off or something. And could you be so kind to see if Matt Stone's available? She's like, sure, Bubba. First time he picks up the phone, I don't know if he hangs up on me here and I call back, but he hung up on me. This could be the callback. This could be the callback. So this is my boss. This is program director Mess. I keep checking my texts. Nothing from Stevie and or Shane.
Right.
So I call, and this is my program director. This is the guy that has made the executive decision to cut my show off on the last hour. Now, I don't know what type of management they had there, but the general manager didn't agree with this. Matt Stone was doing this unbeknownst to the people he reported to. They didn't know. They didn't know that my last hour was being cut off. So he was completely doing this on his own, and this ended up getting him fired.
Huh.
This incident ended up getting him fired because they're like, hey, you can't make decisions like that when we told you that Bubba was off bounds. So I call up, and he takes my phone call, and this is how it went. And I try. It was everything, but maybe I look like a pussy here. But me not engaging him and letting him look like the heel.
Yeah, that was the whole point of this.
Ended up me staying and him getting fired.
Hi, good morning. This is Matt.
Hi, Matt. It's Bubba.
Hi, Bubba.
So, what? Now, listen, Matt. Don't be like. And Blitz, you can tell he's patronizing me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be uncool or nothing.
Well, I'm just excited to get to talk to you.
All right, don't patronize me, Matt. Don't stop. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what, is this what?
Well, I'll get you to the bottom of it, Bubba. We have advertisers that will not run during your show from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., and we have ads that have to air starting at 9 a.m. So we cannot have you going over 9 a.m.
Great. Okay, well, at least we know now, Matt. No big deal. Now, if that's the case, that doesn't need to be on the air, so that our competition can use it against,
the sponsors don't want you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, you don't, now the competition, Cumulus, they're going to take that and go, oh, we didn't even know this, but did you know that they have this kind of policy? Like, it's inside business that's your competition's going to shove up your ass.
Yep.
So that's there's your explanation.
All right, man. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for taking the time out of a syndicated program to call us today. We appreciate it.
Yuck, yuck.
I think I just was sitting there numb.
I know.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
What a dick. And first of all, now, his exclamation, it didn't make sense, because he said, we have people that won't run from 5 to 9, and we have people that run, I don't know. Let me just see if I can.
5 to 9, but they have to start at 9 o'clock. That's what he said.
Meaning, so they've been promised morning drive. That's what he should have said. Is we have clients that have been promised morning drive, and we have an hour to get all the ones that don't want to be on your show in. Right? That's what I think he kind of meant.
Sounds like it.
Dick.
Hi, good morning. This is Matt.
Hi, Matt. It's Bubba.
Hi, Bubba.
So, hey, see what Matt Stone's doing nowadays, because you know what? I'm doing pretty well. And I'm back on that station. Not only am I back on that station, but I'm back on 8 other radio stations, and I'm the #1 radio show in the world on Twitch. In the world on Twitch.
Bitches.
It looks like he's
making over 6 figures. What now? Listen, Matt. Don't be I'm not trying to be uncool or nothing. What are you doing, Matt?
He's the assistant program director and an on-air talent at 91X in San Diego.
Ha! Which means you're making. Ha! What is he again? One more time.
Assistant program director and on-air host.
Just excited to get to talk to you.
That's about a $40,000-$50,000 a job if they're paying that. All right, don't patronize. What company? 91X? That's where he came from back in the day. Who owns 91X?
I'm looking at right now.
Nice, me mad. Don't stop. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what, is this what?
Well, I'll get you to the bottom of it, Bubba. We have advertisers that will not run during your show from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., and we have ads that have to air starting at 9 a.m. So we cannot have you going over 9 a.m.
Great. Okay, well, at least we know now, Matt. No big deal.
So it looks like 91X in San Diego is actually in Mexico, yeah, and it's a Mexican company.
All right.
So that's there's your explanation.
All right, man. Thank you, buddy. What does he look like? Because now if I ever see him, I want to smash him right in the face.
He's a cool-looking guy.
Thanks for taking the time out of a syndicated program to call us today. We appreciate it.
We're going back to Fort Walton Beach, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be on a plane today about 2 o'clock. Dr. Diaco.
Back to crypto.
Crypto Kevin's in the house.
Crypto Kevin.
Ooh, I kind of like that name, Crypto Kevin. Don't you, Kevin?
I like that.
Crypto Kevin. Kevin, we have were you listening on the way in?
I was trying to. I was doing 3 things at one time.
Right. In between your 14 T's?
I got about 4 today.
So with this, and I know that everybody and their brother, because you know within probably your circle, all your family's into crypto.
Yes.
But with like your friends and stuff, you're kind of our crypto guy.
Okay.
Not only can you keep us out of jail, but you can also give us good crypto advice as well. And so, is this just another run up? Or do you what do you think's happening right now? Obviously, there's some huge gains. You know more about this than any person I know. What's happening?
So a couple things. And this is like, remember, like you always there's an earthquake in the middle of the sea, and there's always little villagers and like Tonga. They walk out to the beach and they're like, "Why is the tide going out?" And then there's this huge tsunami that comes in and it wipes out the village. The earthquake
but you kind of have a little bit of the old timers know what's happening.
Exactly. Yeah. My point is, if you've seen any of those videos, like there's one in Phuket when they literally almost got wiped out. All the animals knew ahead of time, and everybody, the scientists knew there had been an earthquake in the middle of the ocean. But the people were like, I didn't know there was going to be a tsunami. But about 5 years ago, people understood where this was going. The early folks understood it.
Like I saw a screen. I don't know if you heard this or not, but I saw a screenshot from a 22 or 23-year-old guy who took $2,000 in 2013. He was like 14, 15 or something. And he showed a screenshot of yesterday.
Yes.
And he had 195.4 Bitcoin.
Well, see, there's a lot of stories like that.
But this was like a real screenshot of his holdings kind of a deal.
I got you. And these people, some of these people started back in like 2014. 2014, 15. I got in late at 2016, so I was pretty late to the party.
Well, what was the if you don't mind?
No, of course I'll tell you exactly.
What was the lowest that you ever bought?
1,500.
Bitcoin.
1,500.
How about Ethereum?
Oh, $40.
40.
Yeah, but remember, I sat here and told you guys last year. I bought. It was
completely. Hold on, let me just stop you.
Go ahead.
It was completely upon your advisement and Sumo giving me a little bit of money. That was right. We had you in during the election, if you remember, because it was we had an election show, and
yes,
we were trying to get as much election information out. You, Brian, and a few of the you guys are my smart guys.
Inner circle.
And right. And you were chirping about it then, and you are the one, along with Sumo. Sumo was like, "Man, get this Robinhood app. It makes it easier than hell." And it did. The Robinhood app makes it for I know that it's not.
It's fine. It's whatever you do.
For weekend warriors
Absolutely.
like me. So I went and got the Robinhood app. I put $1,500 in it. You were a major player in me even taking that leap. And I mean, I bought Bitcoin at 14,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what around the date it was.
And so you said you got in late at 16, but like where do you think it go? Like what
tell you what's got 100,000 by Christmas.
Which one?
Bitcoin.
100,000 by Christmas.
Take it to the bank. Yes.
10,000 Ethereum.
10,000 Ethereum.
So is it too late?
No, it's not. No, it's not too late. We're in the first quarter. And remember you called me, I'm down tarpon fishing, and I get the call, Bubba's losing his mind. It's going down, and you're like, what's going to happen?
27 grand. I'm like, Kevin, what's up?
I know, you're like, you guys are all freaking out, and they're like, oh. I'm like, what do you guys just chill? It's all good. And I go, what do you mean? I go, I'm buying more. And when it goes down, I just buy more.
Now, would you buy now or no?
I'm not buying Bitcoin right now. I'm buying other stuff.
Right.
The small coins?
Yeah, it just depends on the coin. I bought a lot of Solana.
Yeah, but is
and
any,
I bought a lot
of are any of those going to see the huge sexiness?
Absolutely.
Well, the Solana is the next Ethereum, right?
I think so. I think it is. And then
what's the signal for that?
I think it's SOL.
Yeah.
SOL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm
That one's been jumping lately too.
Cardano and Amp aren't doing that well.
I bought the Cardano at 3 cents, and it's at what $2.12 right now. I bought it at 3 cents.
What do you think? Where do you
$10?
And this is all by January.
No, I don't think. I don't know about Cardano. It's going to $10 by January. I see it going to $10. But here's the thing. I mean, you're looking for value. So forget. The answer is, what's the next coin that's going to 10x? Now, are there some coins that are going to 1,000x? Yeah, they're harder to find, sure. But if my thought is, if I can find a bunch of things that will 10x or 20x, then that's a pretty good deal.
And so, is an AMP a 10xer? You think?
I'm hoping. I mean, I've got $1 million, so hopefully they'll go really well.
Yeah,
I went in pretty strong.
Yeah,
but
amping.
Yeah,
Looping's a good one too,
Kevin,
though.
aren't you kind of now playing with house money? Now I know that it's really not your money until you sell it.
Yes.
As far as but you know you're most definitely up thousands of percents probably in some instances, and so at this point you're probably kind of playing with house money, aren't you?
Absolutely, but and I'll say the same thing. And Clam Walker, I'll say you're right. Listen, I'm just sharing what I do. I'm not telling you to do it. Now I've got folks that listen to my radio show. One guy tearfully called me up offline and said that he's made 6 figures. I know, and doing what I do, which that's awesome. But I know a lot of folks that bought at the high point that are waiting to get out, get back in to sell. So, I caution everybody. This is not something where you take your mortgage money and put into it, because it could go to zero. It literally could go to zero. And I'm not okay if it goes to zero. I'll be pretty sad. I'll be very sad if it goes to zero. But I mean, this is not.
But you guys are still having your pumpkin patch party on Saturday if it goes to zero, ain't you, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of things will still happen, but it's just a very, very. The answer is you sit back and you go, what's the future going to look like? And it doesn't matter where it is. And where are my opportunities? I look at Tampa Bay market, for example, where we live. Kathy Wood, who runs this company called ARK, A-R-K, out of New York. She's super, super pumped on cryptocurrency. She's been talking it up for years. She thinks Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million, blah, 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 blah. Huge advocate. She's moving her offices, leaving Manhattan and moving to St. Pete. And she's predicted that St. Pete will be the next Austin. And she's saying that house prices, home prices in and around St. Pete, which is just across the bay where we are right now, will 3x in 10 years. So those are the things I look at.
So what if you got a guy that says, okay, you know what? I don't have the ability to be in crypto and real estate.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
But I have the ability, and it seems like a more simpler thing to get involved in crypto because I don't have to hunt houses and rehab houses and deal with the stuff of being a multi-unit landlord guy like you are, a lot of real estate. There's a lot that comes with that, right? I mean, a ton.
But there is. I mean, but one things I've learned is that sometimes the more you can make more money where things are more complicated, because no one wants to do the complicated things.
True.
But I think you can do both. I think someone can see a lot of folks that listen to you. First of all, A, I'm not handy at all. B, don't ask me to fix drywall. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I do a horrible job. Don't ask me to do electricity. I can't.
Yeah, because you have ADHD too. Plus, I can't. You get half the drywall done and then get squirreled off something.
Absolutely.
Am I right or wrong?
No, you're 100% right. 100% right.
You'd be doing drywall and then you'd see a crack in the ceiling. Like, I gotta go fix that.
Oh no, I'm the absolute worst. My wife, on the other hand, is amazing.
She'll stay all day.
Oh, I mean, she just we got a house on the beach. She renovated 90% herself. She asked a couple years ago.
Is that the one where you guys got in a big fight and you had to leave?
That was a different place.
Okay, sorry.
No, but that's what. Yeah, because we were going to paint at the same time in the same room.
Right.
But she asked for this a couple years ago. Asked for a compound miter saw for Christmas. So she can do crown molding.
Right.
I mean, but she's amazing. I mean, that's what she does. But I'm saying that's the good.
And for the way she looks, she's pretty. I mean, not a lot of handy women look like your wife, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. She's kind of fools a lot of people because they think she's being because last year, I'm going to say the ADD again. Last year at the pumpkin patch, Anna shows up, and she's out there in the line giving away T-shirts. We're sweating and hustling, and Missy's right next to her, and she's like, "So who are you?" And she goes, "I'm Kevin's wife." She goes, "What?" She's like, "I just didn't expect someone to be here, like rolling her sleeves up, working really hard. She goes, I just thought,
work all of us.
Yeah, she's super hard worker. But my point is, in the real estate side, you can do it with small numbers. You know, you don't have to be big numbers to get there.
Yeah, but don't you think there's going to be more of an X on crypto than there is in real estate?
There is, and now you're getting this. You know, this is, you know, you talk about my family, which is the boys and I sit around with a whiteboard, and we get in just real stiff arguments over what's the best way to put money, where do you put it, how do you do it, what's the return, and they
Me
yell.
and Tyler are worried about what tire to run at New Henry this weekend. You guys are worried about where to buy.
Well, they're yelling not yelling, but they're like, Dad, that's the wrong way to do it. You need to do this. You need to do this. So we go back and forth on who's got the right idea. And, you know, of course, and then everybody, you know.
Now let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Who out of all the boys, they're all very familiar with how your dad actually started the real estate stuff, right? Your dad got you into it.
My dad and mom did some when I was little growing up. They did, you know, they had about, at the height, I think 10 houses. Then they sold it. They didn't stay long term, but
I know, but that's where you first kind of picked it up.
Yeah, I think
from your father.
Yeah, I grew up that kind of that environment a little bit, and then I was looking for something to do from an investment standpoint. I have some friends that did it, and we were doing stock investment, and then another guy goes, you need to do real estate. And then a friend of mine was doing really well with it, and I kind of replicated it. And then my first investment house I bought when my youngest was 1 year old. So I literally had $7,000 I had saved up, bought a rental house, and I was making $23 to the good a month, you know, after paying mortgage. And we sat down after I bought it, and I said to my wife, either this is a really good idea or I'm going to bankrupt us.
One of the two.
Yeah,
I hope you still like me.
Yeah, I think I might bankrupt us.
Now, so my question is, out of all the boys, because they're all in on this, they're all like you guys are all kind of in on everything, you know.
Yes.
Who is the most right? Who's right the most?
It's like going to the
and don't play favorites here.
No, I'm not going to. But it's, you know, you go to the Bucks game and they like, here, which one of the, but you know, ships are going to win the race, and one goes ahead. One will go ahead. And then the other one will go, quick, hold my beer. And then the other one goes ahead. And the other one goes ahead. Yeah,
I know, that's the dad way to
answer it.
But
here's
got to be one.
But here's the problem. I mean, how do you say that? Because all of a sudden one does really well for a quarter, and then Duncan Punkin will come up there and go, Dad, how do I pay taxes on this money? I'm like, what? You know, so it is interesting. I don't. It depends on the day, because they're shocking. They're highly competitive, so they're all trying to beat the other one.
If you had to if they said, okay, Kevin, you're gonna die in 3 weeks. Sorry about the bad news.
Yes,
it's from drinking 40 teas a day. But anyway, and you have to give your money to one of your sons.
Yes.
Your investments, your portfolio.
Yes.
To one.
Yes.
Who would it be?
So now you're asking who needs it the most?
No. Who would do?
I mean, to manage it?
Who would manage it the best and do the best?
God, I don't know. I mean, the answer is
these questions are. I'm not giving you softballs.
No,
today,
yeah. I think right now I would give it to my oldest, just because he has a little bit more maturity in it, and he would be a little bit more conservative. My middle son is like a gambler. He's like
it all right.
He's like all in. He's like all in.
Well, because he knows he has his dad and two brothers to bail him out.
He's like all in.
Right?
He's like all in.
Hold on here. I'm seeing this guy. Oh, you know what? I had it all queued up, ready to go, and of course they're giving me a
absolutely. You hate that, don't you?
A pre-roll, Willie.
If we could somehow pay to get out of these pre-rolls, I do.
Here we go. This guy
talked about it. I want to say about 18 months ago on our air, probably March.
This guy is like some kind of financial guru, Jones.
Yes. Right when the pandemic was hitting, was your interest in Bitcoin as a hedge.
Bitcoin would be a great hedge.
As an inflation hedge.
Crypto will be a great inflation hedge.
Is it still a hedge at these prices?
Listen, I said then, I said now, I've got crypto in single digits in my portfolio. I have a small trading position in our fund. I do think we're moving into an increasingly digitized world. Clearly, there's a place for crypto, and clearly it's winning the race against gold at the moment, right? So yes, I would think that would also be a very good inflation hedge. It would be my preferred one over gold at the moment.
So I saw the article. So
you say this guy here, this big time
Paul Tudor Jones, yeah. So what he said,
over gold.
Yeah, I read his article before you played this. What you're looking for is right now we're having just If you saw Kramer yesterday, he's like inflation. The government is not telling you how bad the inflation is. That means the cost of goods and services. A gallon of milk, a cheeseburger, rent,
gas,
electric,
whatever.
It's going to go through the roof. It's a supply train issue. Also, it's going to be a inflation issue. That means things are going to cost money because when you print all these dollars we printed, there's three ways that we can get income in our government. Number one, we borrow it from China. Number two, we tax each other, tax our citizens.
More.
Or number three, we print money. So when we print money, it's printed out of thin air. That means
there's nothing that's backed.
It's not backed.
It's worth the paper it's printed on.
We print it and we start throwing it into our economy. So if you
but doesn't that eventually catch up to you?
Yes, it does. It waters down.
And that's what inflation is. When that money finally, the chicken comes to roost. That cheeseburger that was $3.95 is now $4.80.
Yeah,
right.
Clan Walker's right. It's a hidden tax on all of us. We are being taxed because that means if you work really hard 10 years ago, and you had $1,000 saved, and it's making 3% interest right now because you're not getting interest on anything, that $1,000 it's going down. That means if you had $1,000 January 1st, 2021, that $1,000 is worth probably about $850 right now because it's lost value.
So does that add to the lure of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency?
It does because
it's not affected by that?
No, he's saying you're looking for hedges on inflation. That means what is going to increase in value ahead of inflation. So if inflation is going up 10%, so let's use that $1,000.
Isn't that a large number, though, to inflation, 10%?
It's huge. It's horrible. We're not in hyperinflation, but it's really bad. That's why you're looking at rents in the Tampa Bay market have gone up, 30% in 1 year?
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's crazy. And so you ask the question, is that really what it's worth? And the answer is, what's worth what people are willing to pay, and there's no housing for people, so that's what it's worth. But the answer, think about this. If you had $1,000 and you put it in the bank and now it's worth $900, I've got to buy an asset that's going to increase greater than 10% so I don't lose money. So the theory is Bitcoin, you buy Bitcoin and it's going up in value and it's beating inflation, hence an inflation hedge. So that's where you're trying to buy assets, which are going to be real estate, gold, Bitcoin. Things are going to go increase in value so they're not losing in value versus inflation.
Do you ever, Kevin, do you see, and probably the only thing that I can really remember that we can both remember as far as economic times, can you see us, remember when Jimmy Carter was the president?
Yes, absolutely.
And it was gas lines and mortgages literally for your home were 21%.
They were 12 to 15%, absolutely, yes.
Like one of the worst economic times we were. Can you see it getting like that?
Well, the government is intentionally keeping the interest rates down. And they're trying to do that, the short-term rates, because they're trying to keep us at zero. Because if they if they just let it go, interest rates would go up, and then everybody would seize up because people that have like credit card bills, you can't afford it if the interest is 30%. And real estate market will be dead if the mortgage interest rate is 15%. No one can afford anything. That means, property values will just dive. No one will want to, there'll be no money into the market. All these things will be bad. That's why I've said right now, one of the best moves you can do right now, if anybody out there has a house, if you own a current house, if you have a mortgage, make sure that you take advantage, if you haven't refinanced, to get down into numbers that are absolutely crazy low.
Because they'll give them to you right now, right?
2.7, 2.5.
I did one at 2%.
Yeah.
Is there a big refi cray right now going on?
There is. At 2%,
is that keeping the bank business afloat?
It's keeping, well, not the bank, but the lenders it is, and the bank to a lesser extent. But, I mean, think about it, 2%. At 2%, there's an argument, and this is what we get in my family, internal argument. Dad, just go take paid off property, take cash out of your property, buy more property, and finance it over a 30-year interest
because you're
rate.
Getting money at 2.5%.
And then when you pay it back, you're paying back with inflated dollars. If you borrow $100,000, what you're really going to pay back 20 years from now is $50,000 because that money be worth so much less. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So
I mean, use their money against inflation.
Yes.
Because their money is just like, has it ever been this low?
Not in my lifetime.
So is it somebody just said they did a 2.3.
2.3 sounds right. I mean, you can hunt and peck. I mean, it depends if you're buying an investor loan, if it's a 30-year fix.
But like, see, Kevin, since you have so many properties, do you have a banker that literally just green lights you on anything you need?
Yeah,
just because you got such. I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
No. I mean, no. I'm in the trenches. I'm fighting for, and as I tell everybody else, you want to fight for every 1/4%. So I've got 3 or 4 people I work with. Depends on what kind of property.
So call John, Rhonda, and Fred up and be like, "Hey, I'm looking at a $480,000 yippee fixer-upper, and what do you got? What do you got out of you 3? Who's going to give me a 2.2419er?"
Absolutely, and I'm happy to share anybody who wants to do it. The folks that I use are great people, and they can get.
How many closings do you got to go to? Is that a pain in the ass?
It is a pain in the ass. I mean, because I still.
Do you read all the papers?
Absolutely. I mean, because
you got to sign 100 papers.
Well, no. I mean, the boilerplate stuff I'm not reading because it's the same stuff every time. But But the issue is that I'm going to closings and I get in a crosswise with a lender sometimes too. I mean, I literally have on my laptop 10 years of tax returns. I've got to have my K-1s, all my corporate tax returns.
Yeah, but I'm thinking you have all that buttoned up. Like
you're ready
to go
I've got it pretty buttoned up, but it's crazy. I mean, they're like, we want your tissue type. We want, who do you date in high school? I mean, it's so hard to get loans, and people go like, this is crazy. I don't want to do it. It is a process. I'm closing on a place in South Carolina tomorrow. And it's been a horrible thing to get through. Yeah. But I mean, but it's, you got to fight through it. Because in the long run, you're going to make money off this. And then my goal for everybody who listens to the show, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I think there's some great ways to do it. You can make if you're making $25,000 a year, there's room at the table for you.
So Kevin, you're saying my business template of Rolexes and going to the dollhouse might not have been so good for me back in the day when I had a ton. When you were telling me to buy beachfront condos,
yes,
and I was going to the dollhouse and buying Rolexes, that maybe mine wasn't quite so sound.
Yeah, maybe you wouldn't listen to anybody though. You know that. I mean, we were screaming at you to do it.
I know.
But it's like, but I mean, it seems like it seems like at the time it's the right thing to do. But I mean, those are the people need to go out there and just for themselves educate. Go read some great books out there. The Millionaire Next Door, great book. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, great book. These are some things. And Dave Ramsey, I think, oversimplified, but at least some good theory, sound investment knowledge.
Why don't you write I'll tell you why you can't write a book. You got ADHD times 1,000.
The book will never finish.
Like, he would be like, hey, it's Kevin. I'm going to tell you about this chapter. But then in the middle of that chapter, you get squirreled off on another deal. And then another chapter, you get squirreled off on that deal. And then you talk about fishing. And then you go back to the rental properties. And then you flip over to the Bitcoin. And then you're going to talk about your pumpkin patch.
Well, and it's funny because you're right. I've actually, who really wants to who wants me to write a book?
Who?
Regina Hunter. She's like, listen, I need you to write a book. And she goes, I want you to write a book on like raising Americans. I mean, on how you raise kids. Because she goes, it's really hard to raise kids.
It is.
It's really hard.
I got one right over there just now.
Yeah, Richest Man in Babylon's a great book too. Yeah, it's really hard to raise kids, and it takes a lot of time, right?
I mean, you've done well with your kids.
But
no daughters. That's why you didn't have any bitches in there messing the deal up.
Probably. You're absolutely right.
I mean, I'm serious.
Seriously, no, you're absolutely right.
Plus, they bring a different little, they just bring a little different thing to the equation.
But also, you have to have a good spouse. You got to have a good partner in crime.
I will tell you this though, Bella Diaco. Have you ever met her?
I've not.
Steve's daughter. She goes to USC, and she's going to go to med school after her undergrad, and she's cool. Is she not? Let me a breath of fresh air. And then Nick Diaco, Steven's oldest son, is
at Cornell, right?
No, he just went to, I think he's now
MIT.
At MIT.
Fantastic.
And dealing with
the 3D printers,
the government,
3D
printing, and he speaks full blown Mandarin. He goes over to, is it Mandarin? Where do you go when you
China?
He goes over to China. He's been over there for 2 different summers on behalf of the government, and he knows full blown Mandarin.
That's awesome.
That's next level intelligence. Something I can't even speak. I can't even speak English.
Trust me, I get it. You got to have that mindset. I mean, Duncan Punkin at West Point, he speaks fluent Russian right now, and I can't even think about speaking Russian. I mean, I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Isn't that?
How many more years he's got?
He's a junior this year. Next year he graduates. So then it'd be weird to have everybody out of the house. I mean, not they're out of the house. I mean, completely out of college.
Yeah, no, but which one's in the military now? Has how many more years in the military?
So Parker, middle son, is in Virginia Beach. He's got two more years. 2 more years. He's already done 3 years. So it'll be 2. He's got.
Well, he's in the Navy. And what's his rank?
He's a lieutenant.
General.
He's a lieutenant, and then.
He's a lieutenant already?
Yeah, you go ensign.
He's an officer, right?
Yeah, he's an officer. It's an 03.
So he's an 03 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time, will you be an 05, 06 by the time he gets out?
No. It takes a lot longer. I mean, an 05 is a big deal. So
now, does he get out? Does he get out and go into the private sector, or does he stay in the military?
These are great questions that we're talking about.
Why do you think I ask him? You're not dealing with just some.
You're
not dealing with Anna Hummel, Kevin. You're talking about a seasoned radio professional here, buddy. Thank you,
Anna. We had to change the name of the show to Anna's Law.
I had a talk with her.
I know you did, because you did.
Kevin, I really did.
I know you understood.
I took her son. I said, "Hey, listen, Kevin loves your dynamic, and you didn't. I could just tell. See, he loves your dynamic. He loves your energy. The show's got to, but you've got to stop hijacking him.
Let Rock talk once in a while too.
I didn't even talk about Rock.
Yeah.
I just said, listen, it's Kevin's show. Let him lead the path. Jump in, but let him take the story down the path. So I think it's gotten better.
It is. It's funny because I knew something happened because I'm like, Anna, did your dog die or something? What's up there? And she's like,
well, you stimulate her so much conversationally that she just goes, because she's used to dealing with my dumb ass. So, there's just not a lot of her, her being able to be the smart girl that she is on my stupid stuff.
She can't verbally flex.
But she just gets just over stimuli with you, and then which means she won't shut her mouth half the time.
But it is good stuff because it's a good dynamics, because she's yelling at Rock sometimes. He's a devout Christian. She's an atheist.
So back to my original question on the midshipman.
Yes.
Does he go private sector or does he stay a lifer?
No, he won't be a lifer. I think he'll go private sector. The issue is if he lat transfers to a different area that he might like, and we'll see if that works out or not. Then I think he would. Then he would. If he does that, he would stay for a couple more years. If not, then he would get out.
And go into the financial sector, real estate sector, just the whole the whole Hazlett deal.
Well, he would then
Hazlett.
The question would be: would he go to law school? Would he go to law school?
You guys need to open up a financial, like a financial deal called, Hazlett, and there's actually 4 of you.
Yeah, there is. So,
Ellen, if you put your wife in there, Hazlett, and one more goddamn Hazlett.
Like a stutter. But the
Hazlett X6.
Triple H. So I would say if it's either an MBA program or a law school program or maybe like an investment banker.
Is he the toughest of all of them? Can you whip them all their asses?
Oh, he's an animal. Physically, he's just an
animal. He was the Naval Academy, getting up at 3:30 in the morning, running 15 miles, and then do 1 million push-ups.
He still is. He is physically, he is unbelievable from a physical standpoint.
That's Parker, right?
It's Parker. I mean, he does 48 cadence pull-ups. So think about that. That's not like you getting on a bar and cranking out as many as you can. It's up, down, up, which is really hard to do. That's how they do the cadence pull-ups. So you just can't cheat. And, I mean, those are the real deal. I mean, he does. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he does 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups all in a minute. I mean, that's his deal.
Is there any of your boys that you could even think about taking? Or
that train left a long time ago. Duncan Punkin, the youngest, I think I shared with you, we were up there 3 weekends ago, and he goes, I go, Duncan, man, you just look really tall. He goes, yeah, they said I grew. He's almost 6'7".
Really?
Yeah, he's 6'6" and a half. I'm like, jeez.
Bitcoin down to 64.6. Do we buy, Kevin? Are we buying?
I wouldn't buy at 64.
Do I get another 500 from Sumo and throw it on top?
I think there's some other opportunities there that I would look at.
How about Ethereum? If you had $500 to put between Bitcoin and Ethereum, which one would you pick?
Ethereum, because Ethereum's lagging. I think Ethereum has a better chance at a 2x. I think Ethereum going to 10,000, Lummy, you would agree, by Christmas is a greater probability than Bitcoin going to 120. So you need to look at where is your money going to increase the greatest. And then really the answer is maybe I'd probably do Cardano for that matter, because I think Cardano going to 5 or 10 is a greater likelihood than Ethereum going to 20. So there you go.
There's Kevin Hazlett. I'm one break behind.